The judge worked extra hard today. Goodness. Okay. So I actually had an offer from yesterday to I just I have many of your clients. I need to get you off one more. Oh, sorry to be on after that. You sent me a big email. Oh yeah, because you sent me stuff. It's Rita. Okay. Yeah, you sent me all your people.
Mr. Amar, before you get too comfortable, I don't believe that your client is being brought over today. And what I was tasked with by Ms. Nelson was to find out how much more time your office would like before it's safe to put him back on the calendar for the global resolution we're all looking for.
As soon as possible, 30 days.
Okay. I can do it sooner than 30 days. I don't want to do it too soon so that, he actually eats up an entire sheet of paper. But, Ms. Davis gets ready, you need to get ready. Ms. Davis shared with me yesterday that there still wasn't the waiver of indictment, so there weren't indictments or accusations for a few of the things. And so we really couldn't go forward with everything today. And we were able to swap out a body then and bring someone over who will resolve his case today, since we're space limited.
My apologies. One or other mistakes. Gracious, and we've been talking back and forth.
Good.
And we were still, that's on the small center email, a couple outstanding unknowns and possibility good one or two.
Okay.
We're slowly getting resolved.
Okay.
And you're right, the waiver. That's
It's tough because there are a lot of cases. And so you might think, hey, I checked all the boxes, but there are 19 boxes for this guy as opposed to 2 for some people.
Well, then if I could be so don't have to go back. I brought one of our new lawyers who started, but that's fine.
Fantastic.
Equal Justice Works, fellow with our office.
Great. You are?
Hannah Proctor, and I think we've actually met before. You spoke to my evidence class at Emory.
Oh, fantastic. You survived that. Don't apply any of the rules that I gave you then, but, it's the one where that civil attorney and I talk, and she talks about Daubert and all these super complicated, expensive trials she's in. And I say, yeah, in state court, we don't really talk about complicated things, but, great. Well, congratulations. Great shop you're working in. You will be doing work that makes a difference, which is wonderful. You guys have been on a hiring spree. I understand Ms. Lake will be joining too.
That's right. I was going to say, yes, after we lost Miss Horwitz to back to New York, unfortunately.
The lure of the Big Apple. Will she be the warrant resolution person?
That's right.
Okay.
Rachel specifically was very focused. Her experience. So she starts next Tuesday.
Okay.
And I think she'll be actually meeting with us next week.
Great.
From this week.
We're very excited about her starting. We have also another justice work starting in a few weeks, who's finishing a fellowship on the 11th Circuit. And also, I think, if I may, so there's another new person.
Yes, I'm already for the pre-arraignment people. Okay. Maybe we can do those early.
Working as this is apparently a legal assistant on.
Yeah,
So you finished at Davidson, or you are commuting, like you go to classes 2 days a week and then you come all the way back here?
So you can, so this, yeah, Joseph House, Joe McBurney. I
Hey.
just need to say hi.
Nice to meet you. So you've graduated from Davidson?
Yes, I graduated in May.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right. One of my son's best friends just started there. So he's excited. He's trying to walk on to the baseball team
Oh,
and maybe go to class too. We'll see.
oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I know not to give your wife's alma mater a hard time, but you know.
Oh, you should.
When I went to Davidson, they would say, Davidson was the Princeton of the South.
All right.
Or better said.
Princeton is the Davidson of the North. Yeah. All right. There you go.
You can tell her, I'll take the credit for that.
You'll take the hit. All right. Well, welcome aboard. Look forward to seeing all your good work.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for the court's understanding.
Yep. So we'll set it 30 days out. So early October will be when, is it Mr. Abdul or Mr. Hassan? He's listed in both ways.
Mr. Hassan.
Okay.
So it's easier to say Hassan. I hear it says Hassan and thinks that's his first name and his last name. It's Abdul Hassan.
Okay. All right. So we'll reset that for early October. You guys are good to go.
Thank you, Judge.
You bet.
Sorry about that. Say a second word home.
It was nice
All right.
seeing you again.
That's, you know, sir, I'll give you a
Okay.
So I let you all in because Deputy Gordon is downstairs because the inmates were late because someone set a fire at Rice Street. An inmate, not someone. An inmate set a fire. So it was, they called it Code Red. And that meant there was a delay in getting people brought over. I have no reason to believe we didn't get everyone, and they're here. When he poked his, I had a meeting in the jury room when he poked his head and he said, "Hey, the inmates just got here." I said, "That's what you told me yesterday." So my guess is he's downstairs trying to get people brought up. So pre-try. And Ms. Wood, good morning. Good morning to all of you, but you in particular. I got a stack like this. Of DFAX records in the Mendez matter, and half the stack you can read. So just let me know when you want to come by to look through it. It like most DFAX records, it says the same thing about 20 times in a row, but you should see it because it's relevant to whatever you're going to be doing on his path. Is he out on bond?
He's not.
Okay.
Is this Niles or anything?
No, I'm it.
You're good.
Yeah, today is Ms. Rivers' Day, Thursdays. I actually looked through the records because she wasn't here, Ms. Niles wasn't here. So they're just sitting on my desk. And if you want to be looking at them now, you can look at them. It's really, you let me know
Okay,
because I can go get them.
I'm happy to do that, and
Okay,
thank you.
you're welcome. Thank Ms. Nelson. Yeah, and don't thank your trial partner who's like, I'll give you like this little corner of my piece of paper.
How are you?
All right, let me go get that.
So you're taking from the space? For probation revocation? Just public. This is what, Jordan?
Okay, I got it. I have not met him yet, so that makes sense.
Nice, okay. Let's see what you have there. Yeah, so we picked up a new case. And
Have you done what he's bringing out here yet?
oh, what? Instead of the probation.
For a minute.
And then,
Okay. And then
pick
they
up
go back.
because you can't keep them.
Correct. Thank you.
Yeah, so he has a year and 11 months.
And then you go back.
On probation.
Is this the
Probation's
one, which
recommendation
one, is
is
this
to
the one
revoke
that
it
we had off care for you?
You like cover for me?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
You just.
Not good, is it kind of thick?
Is
Is this considered thick?
Yes, for sure.
They can bring all this up. But if he does it soon,
I don't see any candy
candy
dishes.
dishes. I will make him an offer for
But bigger on
the
the-
burglary case here. It's burglary in the first degree. Yeah.
Do you happen to have any, so, where?
No, it's the first time it's on.
Yeah. I don't even have it. So there was a building, there was a place, and that person was it that?
Firearm, I think the firearm and the theft are together in Douglas.
Do you have a application?
Let's see, what it is.
Is this from Mickey?
Oh, no, but we can make a copy.
Okay, okay. Please show me that, because I would want a copy of the thing. Go on.
For sure.
Say, so that we can, talk about it in short run.
Let me ask Judge if I could make a copy somewhere.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, your name again.
Tamara,
Last name?
Lori, let me write it for Lori.
In Lloyd.
Actually, okay.
Say it one more time. I'll put it on reason.
Lori.
Judge McBurney,
Hey,
is there a copy machine by chance that I could access? I'm going to give a copy of this petition to the lawyer for the Lewis case.
sure.
Would you like me to file a insurance case? I see. Here's. Yes. I don't know. Because if we have to come back in again, then I have to do it. Yeah. Let's go down. Yes. Should make sure.
And I guess if it maybe reset, and maybe I should just. Never mind, Judge. I'm just gonna-
No?
I have an electronic copy.
Okay, I don't mind. I just,
I mean. Is this his code temple?
Oh, no, I found the next case.
Okay.
Simpson, question about ankle monitors and probation. There's been some email traffic about this Mr. Grosset.
She just needs, Officer Jennings just needs a copy of the revocation form so they can show proof that he was ordered, on that mark. There was a miscommunication because he was originally being supplied to Cobb, and Cobb, she was gonna send him, transfer his case to Cobb and get the ankle monitor there.
Yeah.
And Cobb was saying, yeah, we can do that, but she later this morning found out that he could actually get it for her.
Okay,
So she's gonna have him do that, she just needs a copy.
so he will be wearing an ankle monitor provided by DCS?
It will be provided by us, but he will still be paid.
Okay, but DCS will get alerts if he is within 500 yards of Ms. Hassan's residence, things like that. Okay, does DCS actually monitor it, or this, some third party monitors it and they let DCS know? Okay,
Find that out.
I'm just curious how it works, but in terms of the logistics, he, more so Ms. Davis, his lawyer, doesn't need to go into the yellow pages and call up ankle monitor, like, hey, could we, he just shows up at Memorial Drive, they're gonna put an ankle monitor on him, and they're gonna say it's $50 a month, or whatever the cost is. So he'll pay for leasing and the monitoring cost, but he doesn't have to find the service provider. Okay, I'm gonna send an email to the lawyers clearing that up, because they seem to not know how.
Called me right before I left the office and she was explaining the same thing, that there was a back and forth, but she said there was a miscommunication between Cobb and us.
Okay,
But she got that clarified.
It is, I mean,
Right.
it gets resolved.
good,
She called me, she said, I just need a copy of the revocation.
okay.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. I've been on since 8:30. I guess I was on the wrong one. It said 11.
Yeah, we're doing, we need to do a better job of getting you the Zooms. Let me tell you, we have another one this afternoon. It's a different Zoom link. So when we're done with the calendar this morning, I'll shut this down. And then we have a different one involving an inmate and a motion for new trial.
I think that's the one I was waiting on. It says it started at 11. Is that it?
Well, it's supposed to start at 2.
Okay.
So I don't know if there's a time. Are you in Georgia? Or maybe like if you're in California, then everything may be off.
No, I'm Georgia.
Okay. There's one other one for today involving Singleton, but that starts at 2. And this one starts now, but you're actually in plenty of time. We don't have any of the inmates up yet. So we're just still getting organized, but thank you for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm here. Thank you.
Okay.
Back in 2018, so it wouldn't be a reason. Mhm. He fled to the escape.
And so it's like.
Yeah, provision here is what
So we three was in which.
that was very good.
And you. It's still not. I don't know. What's the case?
That is
Hey there.
Did you?
Is Deputy Gordon down
email to you.
getting inmates? Do you know?
Got the issue about that.
Okay.
Hi.
How are you, Miss Brimaville?
Hey, oh, I didn't see you. I was like, who's she talking to? Oh, yeah. Did they move over or is it always?
We're talking about well, it's very close. Yeah, it's pretty.
Well, they did a lot of changes apparently when we were.
Yeah, I think it's been the new carpeted.
Mhm. Going to be a plea, unfortunately. That's Iris Davis.
Oh,
It's going to be a plea. 12 months, well, no, she's going to now process and amend to 2 counts of battery. And he has to do a psychosexual evaluation and a lie detector test.
Oh, interesting.
And
Yes, of
And,
course. Is she gonna do a new indictment?
yeah, she thinks she's
Okay.
gonna have to
Yeah.
do an indictment. And then she, now he has to do a letter. Yeah, I know. I know. Kind of wanted to. Because I just don't.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
Help yourself.
Do his case first.
And you should have a candy dish.
He's not the kind you're supposed to be getting.
Um,
Oh, for you.
Okay. Is that what you're here for too? Perfect. So we'll do that one first, once we get a deputy.
They're so good.
Okay.
Well, and I guess we need an attorney. Are you Mr. Stisher?
Yeah.
Do you have an attorney showing up?
He called me and said he pretty well.
Okay. Is it gonna be, Mr. Sabak? Okay, so same team. Just once he gets here, we'll take that up. Thanks. And Ms. Winfrey, I set it down only because I wanted, given the nature of the charges and I hadn't heard anything from the DA's office, these are the kinds of things that kind of fall through the cracks on your side, not meaning Ms. Winfrey personally, but they, at one point, I think Mr. Rao had agreed he'd accept them all, but it's too many. When probation says we want early termination, but it could be on a shoplifting case. And I get that. Maybe a DA doesn't spend a lot of time looking at that. That's not this. And so I said, I'm open to having a conversation about it, but we need to have a hearing and get the DA's office in here as well. So.
I appreciate that, Judge. And
Sure.
I hadn't seen the petition, but Ms. Nelson was nice enough to send it to me. So
Okay. Great.
It's for both of our cases. I have about.
No, I mean like the
Oh.
court.
Oh,
Where's this?
it wasn't about the policy.
yeah.
So I was
Yeah, that's the issue, is that it is transmitted electronically, so an email goes somewhere, but
Well, we got a new person to
Yeah.
contact, which is
Yeah.
Attorney Spear,
Pennsylvania.
which he's been really good about responding back.
okay,
But totally.
Very specific.
I love that.
okay,
Okay.
okay. Most of the cases aren't gonna be his, but it may be that he's,
Is that a real?
yeah, okay.
Is he your point of contact? Because I can go and make sure I have a conversation about what he said. He's our.
Is this a real document or is it?
Yeah, we would ask for there to be a person, or just an email address, DA early termination at Fulton, whatever it was, and it sounds like Sperry is the default, and so you should chat with him to make sure he's doling those out to the right folks.
I will do that.
Thanks.
I wanna see that.
I don't think I will. I don't think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh, I have seen that. Yeah.
I love that.
It's okay.
It's fantastic.
I know one more day. It's,
What's that?
oh yes, which is very needed
Hallelujah.
because I've been spending money like crazy.
While we're waiting, can I get from you, it looks like you're starting to send them the balances. I've got all the warrants for today. So Eddie Smith, let me write those down.
But we come to you if we need something.
6,
You're
4.
very squeaky this week.
Yes.
Squeaky wheel. I haven't bothering there at all.
And then they.
We were stupid.
6.
I'm so excited about that. I'm gonna have a good motion when I get back from vacation.
When are you going on vacation?
No,
All right, so how about Terrence Wells?
What day is that covering? Was that covering something?
All right, Mr. Lewis,
1 year.
We have one on the 15th, I only have.
Mr. Griffin,
Okay.
So I think it's like
6 months.
Yeah.
but I'll send you.
Okay.
Mr. Wilson has 3.
They're the same.
Okay.
2 years, 11, 3 weeks.
All right. Mr. Stisher,
Not. The case that he's being revoked for is not his first hearing.
No, I mean, which, what number of, applications and
That I don't know. That's probation.
Okay, but you know, science first.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see when there's like a calendar.
Okay.
From pulling the clerk's work. This, I think you may be able to see.
morning. We got all sorts of friends here.
Just give me what you can.
It's 2017.
He has 6 years, 9 months, 27 days.
7 years is pretty close. Good math. Mr. Dunham,
4 years, 9 months,
4 years, someone spoke out, 4 years, what?
4 years, 5 months, 15 days.
All right. Mr. Payne,
2 years, 10 months, 8 days.
and last but not least, Mr. Nollie.
9 years, 6 months, 11 days.
Okay. So, if there is one you guys want to start with, we're going to do Mr. Stisher as soon as his lawyer gets here, because we have a probation officer on the call. But until that lawyer gets here, we can go through in order. If there's one you guys are already on, I don't know what you've pre-tried.
Is everyone up?
I guess I assume they were, but let me check. Deputy Gordon, was there anyone not here or is everyone here? Excellent. There's your answer. Oh, I guess I got to remember Mr. Gay is here too.
Yes.
Not really. I mean, I guess we could do any.
Done them in the courtroom.
Nope, he's not in the courtroom. I'll let you know when we're handling his case.
Okay, thank you.
You bet.
Let me see. If I could. Smith. It's the only ones I have. Smith and people enjoying it. Now, spoken to both.
So we could do some of the technical ones first if you want to do that. Mr. Wilson.
I have the ones I have is Eddie and, well, let me tell you the numbers, because I think Miss Wood has to go back and talk. Right. Eddie, yeah. And wait, is Dorham, he's in Cobb County. Was he brought over? Okay, I think you either one of those.
Yeah, Mr. Smith is technicals. Mr. Wells. What did Mr. Payne do? Okay. Why would some of these cases be here instead of on the Friday calendar? Yeah, a lot of these seem like they're Friday cases. Okay.
No, I'm good. I already talked to them. We can roll.
Sorry, let's do this.
Where is Marcy? Honestly. Rashida, how many calendar, we just have a probation revocation calendar today, right? Okay.
Yeah.
This is probation. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, the probably confusing part is my guy was drinking some.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
and it
'cause I
looked
was
like
like-
it was putting them in-
I thought I heard someone relaying offers. I was like, what? There's no offer.
Yeah. Yes. Of course. Yeah, that's really, it was just yesterday.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it was a probate.
Okay.
You just did a construction.
Yeah. Okay. Let me have to talk to him because he wanted dismissal.
Okay.
So
Well, okay, that's fair. I think his trial probably will be set.
his trial will be only in February. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'll talk to him.
Well, I'm gonna email it to you now.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Uh, number 6 is homeless, so don't know about that. Mhm.
Hold on, who? What's his name?
And yeah.
Okay. Especially probation with weekends.
Huh?
It's not probation weekends.
For him,
7 years served, 2 weekends,
he's trying not to be there.
and then 6 years community service, anger management, you're like an alcohol 2,000. No contract.
How many weekends? Oh, yeah. Okay, he probably won't be there. What about Jamal Lewis?
You filed a waiver already.
Yeah, I know I need to file a waiver on him. Number 6, I didn't file a waiver because I haven't talked to you, but 7,
Jamal Lewis, yeah. I'm still researching this case.
yeah, he's a kid.
Yeah, he's super nut, but I don't know. Like you couldn't tell the police report was there when I watched the videos. I think the person.
Yeah, but he didn't shoot anyone. But I think it was a group, but yeah.
Yeah, I think that there is a person that person's also.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure out who that person is.
Yeah, real quick though, before we do that, you were asking for a revoke, how much for Eddie?
Who?
Eddie, for Eddie. Eddie,
Oh, okay, can we not do that? Just trying to see a bunch of places.
I think it was at 3 months. 'Cause my Odyssey is not working. I can't even look up.
6 months.
No, 30 days.
You were asking to revoke 30 days?
30
Okay,
days
so-
to terminate balance on three documents.
Okay, great. 30 days. He's been in longer than 3 days, right? How long has he been in? Because I don't know why my Odyssey. It's been over 30 days, so that's good. And then for Cleveland Durham, I think y'all were being a little bit more rude.
Who?
Cleveland,
Sorry, I
Cleveland
beg your
Durham.
Sorry, I beg your pardon.
That's, that regulates on charge.
And what was it? 6 months. Okay. That's for about 1 month.
We got some.
Yeah, I don't have it. Okay, so back to,
Oh, okay.
that's all I have for today. Yeah, I think I only have two. Hopefully I'm not mistaken, but I'm pretty sure just these two are mine. Yeah, so we don't know what we're gonna do with him yet. So I'm gonna I talked to him. The victim's okay. No one's dead. I mean, that would be, murder.
But I couldn't tell from the report, like.
Yeah, I briefly finally got in touch with him last night, so I didn't get a chance to file the waiver, but I'm gonna file it today for him. And I'm hoping,
Jesse Ashby.
I believe I have him. I did not have any contact information from him, so I don't think he's
got like,
unless
they've been.
I don't have his file.
He's got these two cases, and I think he has two pending cases.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's got a bunch going on.
One is unindicted and
Two,
one
I
isn't.
think, one of them's gonna die.
Yeah, it looks like one's been indicted, so that if it's been indicted, I'm not sure why it's not on this calendar though.
Well, if you're talking about the 336 is on the next page.
The 4329. Wait, who are we talking about?
You talking about him? Yes, we're on 4329, but on the next page, he has 4336.
Oh, okay.
And then he has two PI cases.
Where on the next page he have what? We're talking about Jesse.
Actually,
You say on the next page he has a different.
I had him come here, huh? That was position
Oh.
8, and then I have this position 9.
Oh, totally did not see that. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you're right. So he has two cases.
And then he's two pending cases, both firearm by felon. Yeah, so he's got a lot going on.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Busy man, busy man.
Very busy.
I'm still gonna ask for probation. I'm
Well,
still
we're gonna be 10 years served, 1 year. It looks like he.
for all the cases.
It looks like he's been in 300.
Oh, okay.
He's been in a year. I mean, it's like.
Wait, is he still in jail?
I think he actually might be. It was like plea in, and then, I always try to get it at least a year for the firearm. No, he's out.
He's out. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Well, then
Looked it
that
up, he had been in jail.
for both the kids. Do you think you could get those other cases accused?
Yeah, if you file a waiver.
Okay.
I can look
And then you would still offer 10 serve one on everything?
Yeah, he did 370. He probably wasn't enough, but he got he did for a year.
Okay. I will talk to him if he shows up. I'm gonna try to get the file. Maybe I have the number in there. What about Michael Pether? Him, I think I'm trying to get a program.
Which number are you?
Michael Petho, which number? 13. I think I referred him to drug court. Let me double check.
Yeah, but I think you have a question mark.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a drug problem,
He's
but
still in, he's
in.
Been
I saw
under about
him.
80 days plus.
So I sent a referral.
Is Mr. Payne's petition different from what's in the warrant by much? Okay. Ms. Winfrey, I don't know if you want to go back to your office and we can call you if you can get here pretty quickly. If that's better for you. I don't know when Mr. Sabak's planning on being here.
Appreciate it, 'cause I'm right across the bridge. I'll leave my phone number with my colleague.
With your colleague, okay.
So for Mr. Peckles, can, if we do this, can others, this is the diversion, because I'm gonna add this to the drug court referral. Yeah, drug court, I already sent you to the drug court, and then we could just do the unindicted cases to drug court.
Okay.
He has a problem.
Let me look at his history.
Okay.
If we want to maintain the history, I understand. But if we have an history.
But then we would just get it indicted and then do.
Hey. Oh, unfortunately. He doesn't know he had a very, well, you're very positive and pleasant, so you would have been able to massage him pretty good. Let's judge him if this will be back in his wood. Ms. Wood.
Yes.
Well, you can let the judge know that way, that's something we can. Take care of. He's ready.
Hey there.
Hey, good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I hope you are too.
I'm hanging in there.
Well, I'm here today on behalf of Jeremy Lewis.
All right, let me find him on the calendar. I see it.
But he's not satisfied with.
Maybe he just got on drugs.
Work. So,
Okay.
he has just told me that he wants to reunite.
Looks like an
with
accident.
the defender's office. And.
He had retained you and he's gonna unretain you?
Well, he's in custody, so no one has paid me, and I
Okay.
think that's why he's upset, is because I asked him to have his family call me and,
Do what they're supposed to do?
right,
Yeah. Was that the voice I heard saying like, hey, send the public defender back there? Was that Mr. Lewis? Okay. So he's gonna speak with Ms. Wood
yes,
and you'd like to be excused?
yes, I would.
What happens if he says to Ms. Wood, actually, I was in good hands, so no, thank you. And do you mind sticking around at least until Ms. Wood pokes her head out to, and he may say, I don't like you either, and then I'll deal with Mr. Lewis. But
Can you tell me if I'm listed as his attorney of record on this case?
I'll look, you're not on the calendar, but that doesn't, it lists the lawyer who represented him way back when he resolved his case. So let's look. Ms. Wood, were you just speaking to Mr. Lewis? No. Okay.
Like a program. So one of the things, oh, 30 days. And then. And then Jamal Nollie. Yeah, I'm gonna reset it. Yeah, I'm so.
16, let's see.
Hey, did I already, I might have already asked for that.
Then you changed it because you said we were stipulating.
That's right,
Yes.
okay, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Cause I was like, that makes sense, yeah, yeah. So that one, or maybe he changed your mind.
He
Whatever.
changed his mind.
He takes it back, he flip flop. Probably because I turned it off. No, I'll reset it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, there hasn't been an entry of appearance yet. So, because in theory, you can run away and no one can say you have to stay.
I did receive a notice from my person about things scary.
You did.
I did.
Well, let's see if I look here. Oh, are you Ms. Oyenloye?
Yeah.
Okay, you are listed in the system. Ms. Gubeni is still listed as lead counsel, but you are in the mix, so that's why you got notice. But there's not, I don't know when you would have filed an entry in the case.
Well, I'm still working with the rest
Cleveland,
On other matters?
Cleveland During.
Okay. Well, here's an entry of appearance. Hold on.
Yeah. Because he was still in custody, so should be out of.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you did file an entry in January of 2019. I guess he had some hiccups. He was in drug court and got terminated, and then you got involved. And really nothing has happened since he got terminated from drug court until now. On this case, he may have had other things going on. He may have had other things going on if you've been working with him on other things. So I guess since you are his lawyer of record, before you go, he'd need to be out here, so he and you and I can talk about who's sticking around.
Well, I have a consent withdrawal form signed by him. The
Oh.
problem, Your Honor, is that he signed where it says Judge McBurney. And
Okay.
then when I noticed it, he signed where it says defendant. And so
He signed in both spots.
he did.
Okay.
Can I present it to you?
Yeah.
Judge, I'm happy to speak with him. I'm ready and everything else, so I don't want to slow us down.
No, we can do other things. We're gonna go through the calendar in the order in which it's published, other than when Mr. Sabat gets here, we'll do Mr. Stisher. We'll get to Mr. Lewis soon enough, but he's gonna need to come out and just sort of confirm that, he, and Ms. Oyenloye are parting ways, and then we'll go from there. Thank you.
I can sign it in the bottom as well. I just wanted to.
No, we're good. I'm gonna hold on to this. I'll get it back to you, if I need to, but, when we bring him out, we'll talk about that. Okay, thanks. All right, let's start then, with, Mr. Smith, whose hand, I guess is that you, Ms. Rios? Eddie Smith?
Yes.
All right. Are you ready for Mr. Smith to come out? Okay.
She never question.
Yeah.
And that's just a minute.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Smith.
Good morning, sir.
We're going to get on the record you have 3 cases, your positions 6 through 8 on our calendar. I'm just going to list one of the indictments, but all 3 are on the calendar. 10 SC 94516. And Mr. Smith, in August of 2023, and then in November, just in August. In August of 2023, I signed warrants, so 2 years ago, in your cases. The allegation in the warrant is that you failed to report after you were released from jail for a different revocation. And the address we had on record didn't live there. You also had not completed the Metro Atlanta Day Reporting Center, MADRC. So there are more technical violations, certainly absconding, meaning we couldn't find you.
I was in prison, sir.
Okay, well, you're gonna have a chance to talk about all that. I'm just letting you know what the allegation is. We couldn't find Mr. Smith, and Mr. Smith didn't do the MADRC, which had become a special condition of his probation. So I'm gonna ask Ms. Rios if you're admitting to these allegations, and it may be admit with explanation, and then we'll talk about what we're gonna do as a result, if in fact you're admitting that those things happened. Okay, Ms. Rios, what's the plan?
Yes, Your Honor, we are admitting with explanation. He did not know about the MADRC that he was supposed to do when he was in the prison. He did, when I came to see him at the jail, he did show me that most of those days, it seemed like he was in prison, so it might have been a little confusing. Maybe he was only out for a very short time by the dates that I looked at. He does have a friend that he can stay with. He gave me an address that he'll be living at, and he told me that an officer, was it Officer Owens, will be helping him find a job. So I'm asking to go along with the state, and the probation recommendation is to revoke 30 days and terminate.
So close out his, these are all old cases. The newest one is from 2011. So they've been around for a while. So it's revoke an amount and then close out all three cases.
That's right.
Okay. Mr. Smith, who is Officer Owens?
It's a detail officer. I'm on trustee, and I was talking to him and he was trying to help me.
Okay. So Officer Owens is a detention officer at the jail.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And he's going to help you with what?
Employment.
Meaning you work at the jail, or he's got some side gig?
On the street.
And what would that be? What kind of work?
Floor tech, buffing floors.
Okay. All right. And the place you have to stay with a friend, how long have you said you went to prison? Then did you go straight from prison back to here, or were you out for a while and got arrested on these warrants?
Say I was out like less than 3 months.
Okay.
I got arrested in Cobb County.
For whatever.
Right.
And then these warrants were sitting here.
They popped up while I was in prison.
Got it. What did you get arrested for in Cobb County?
Possession of tools to commit a crime, criminal damage to property, 5 years served to.
Okay. When did you get arrested in Cobb County? Ballpark. I don't need the specific date, but 2 years ago?
2.5 years.
2.5 years ago. And so when you're saying you've been in prison since then, it was Cobb gave you 2 years as a result of that arrest, and that's where you've been.
Right. I haven't been out since.
Okay. And these warrants would have popped up while you were in custody.
I found out like 30 days prior to me getting out.
Okay. So when you finished your time with the Department of Corrections, did you come straight to the Fulton County Jail?
You know, they was waiting at me at the back gate. Fulton County came into the prison, Coastal State Prison, and got.
That's fine. You didn't get out, is my point.
No, sir.
So you have basically been in since you were arrested in Cobb County.
Yes, sir.
Got it. Okay. But the arrest in Cobb wasn't for these warrants. It was for this situation, tools, criminal damage.
Whole nother charge, yeah.
And you still have probation in Cobb.
Yes, sir.
You just haven't started that yet because you've been here.
Right.
All right. Okay. I think I follow all that. Ms. Davis, anything you want to add?
No, Your Honor, we're just in line with the recommendation of 30 days and close these old probation cases out.
Okay. All right. So Mr. Smith, I'm going to revoke actually 47 days. You've been in for 47 days of your probation. And I will terminate the balance. So 3 cases will close out, but don't take from what I'm saying that the Cobb case is closed out.
I understand. I got to report to them.
Exactly. I don't have any authority over the Cobb case. And Ms. Simpson, who's with probation, may well tell you in just a moment when you get out, which will be today or tomorrow, probably, unless you've got a hold from somewhere else.
I hope not.
You will need to report to probation Where will you be staying?
434 Roy Street, Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, and that's in Fulton County?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so where will Mr. Smith be reporting?
I
Okay,
just need to get that updated address.
okay. So I'm gonna have you say more slowly what the address is so that Ms. Simpson can take it down. And when you're released in the next day or so, do you know where the Atlanta probation office
Is
is?
it the one downtown by the pretrials? That same little small building by that bridge?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, it's across the street from the city jail.
right, I remember.
Yeah.
434 ROY Street, Atlanta, Georgia, 30310.
And who lives there?
Reginald Ruff,
And how do you know him?
just a school friend, and his parents passed and left him the house, so I've been staying there with him off and on, but.
Okay, so you've been there before, you just haven't been there recently because you've been the guest of the Department of Corrections.
Correct.
Okay, how old are you?
55.
All right. Well, Mr. Smith, I hope you are heading in a different direction. You are too old to be bouncing around between jails and whatnot, but you know that better than I do.
Correct.
Hope you get yourself a fresh set of glasses when you get out. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right. See you around.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Got
This is without evidence.
it.
For sure.
So next is Mr. Wells.
Judge, I am requesting a 30-day reset.
Okay?
We are gonna get Ms. Ross involved and also.
He can come out. Just bring him to the door.
So.
You do a waiver.
Yeah, I'll get that to you.
You're requesting a reset so that you can help, Ms. Ross can help you identify some programming for Mr. Wells?
Yes, and he also wants to resolve the undetected case, so I'll get a waiver of indictment.
Oh, okay. There's another piece.
Yes.
Didn't know that. Okay. Hey, Mr. Wells, you can come on up to the podium if you want. This will be quick. We don't even need to get on the record in your case. Ms. Wood was telling me, one, that you actually have new charges. That I didn't know. That wasn't on my calendar. But two, that a member of her team is going to come meet with you to look for some program options for you, so that if in the end we resolve your revocation and your new charges altogether, that program can be part of the recommendation that Ms. Wood makes on your behalf, okay?
Yes, sir.
The warrant doesn't mention new charges. It's that no one could find Mr. Wells. Is there a petition floating around with the new charges?
This is 2023 warrant at that time of petition from our based off of our fine petition testimony.
Okay. But the new charges aren't a basis of revocation. I just want to make sure when we're together again, we wrap it all up so that, and it may be that the resolution to this case is to close it out. There's not much left. If he's on probation for the new case, then.
And that was gonna actually be, the basis for,
The new charges?
yeah, let me go back. So I need to go back and find the rest.
What's the nature of the new charges?
Yes, I believe it's another burglary. It's the same kind of. offense.
Burglary second degree?
First.
First degree,
Yes.
okay. All right. 13 years later, okay. So, Mr. Wells, the plan is to see you in a few weeks. By that time, the prosecutor, it's not indicted yet, is that correct?
Got it yet, Judge, but Ms. Wood is gonna get me a waiver and then I'll go ahead and get that accused.
Great. So your new charges will be accused. So if you want to resolve them, you can enter a plea to those and we'll handle the revocation and the new charges together, and hopefully get you moving in a better direction. Are you staying in Cobb County?
No, I'm staying in Fulton County. I'm being housed in Cobb County.
Right, okay. I didn't ask that well, but you're a Fulton County inmate, but you're being housed in Cobb. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Wood, anything else on behalf of Mr. Wells?
No, you're right, thank you.
All right, we'll get this reset a few weeks out and see you again.
Ms. Ross will be out to see you, okay?
Ms. Wells?
Ms. Ross, right there.
For Mr. Wells? Okay, great. Yeah, I didn't mean, was there a petition to go with this old warrant? This is an old warrant. I meant, is there something new so that when we're dealing with the revocation?
We had in here noted to Ms. Davis, that the new chart was not picked up.
Okay.
So, actually, I had it noted to request a recess so that we could add.
Get it in. Well, you got what you wanted. So Mr. Lewis is next. Did you end up talking with Mr. Lewis?
Not yet, Jeff.
Not yet. Okay. All right, then we'll have the representation conversation. Hey, Mr. Lewis, come on up to the podium, please. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How you been?
I've been all right. I've been striving to be a better version of myself. I'm trying to say as briefly as I can because I know you have to go forward with your proceedings. Last time I was here, I failed at finishing a drug court program in which I had to serve some type of time or I had to serve a penalty for it, in which I did. For the past years, from that time on to now, I have attended college.
Where'd you go?
SAE, Sound and Audio.
All right.
I've moved into my first $500,000 home, the first time ever in my life, in which my wife and my newborn son stays. I was working 3 jobs, one with Net Buy Properties with a guy named Herbie Ridges, building homes and learning how to do blueprints. I worked Panera Bread in the evenings from like 9 to 3, and I door dashed at night, falling asleep driving sometimes.
That doesn't sound like a good plan.
Yes, I was just trying to keep up with the bills and keep myself out of trouble, predominantly for the most part.
Okay.
Some charges, the charge from 2018, a burglary that just popped up on me. I was in prison.
So I'm gonna pause you because you're going into a whole lot more detail than we need to do up front. So let me tell you a couple things about what's going on and we'll figure out, are we gonna keep talking today or sometime soon?
Yes, sir.
So you're here because in July of 2023, 2 years ago,
yes,
I signed a warrant saying you had violated your probation because you got arrested in Douglas County for theft by taking and being a felon in possession. I want you to say good case, bad case, nothing from 2018, but some arrest in April of 2023, so two years ago in Douglas. That arrest is a violation of probation. So I signed this warrant and there it sat for months and months and months and months. And I guess you got scooped up for some reason in early August. Somehow you interacted with the police and they ran your info and said, here's this warrant. And so you're being held on this warrant. Today was the initial opportunity for you and a lawyer, going to get to that in a second, to talk with the prosecutor and then with me of, you know what, we contest this, or actually the Douglas charges were dismissed. We think this should happen, that should happen, et cetera. For us to have that conversation, you need a lawyer. And what Ms. Oyinloye has told me is that you have told her that you don't want her to represent you anymore. And in fact, I have a document that you signed, you actually signed it twice, once for me, saying I consent to Ms. Oyinloye withdrawing from representation, because she can't just walk away, she doesn't get to quit. But if you guys are at loggerheads and you qualify for the public defender, not sure you do if you have a $500,000 home, but assuming you qualify for the public defender, then they could step up and represent you. If you don't qualify because you have 3 jobs and a $500,000 home, then you'll need to hire a different lawyer if you don't want the lawyer representing you to be Ms. Oyinloye. We need to work through that part first.
Yes, sir.
Because really your lawyer needs to do some of the talking. I will always hear from the defendant as well. But someone needs to talk to the prosecutor about, you should dismiss this, you should not look for a year to serve, or you should look for time served, or whatever it is.
Yes,
And we need to figure out who is the person who's going to have that conversation.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
So tell me where you are in terms of representation.
Ms. Oyinloye is an awesome lawyer. It's just, I've been having issues on my end with certain finances. She's an awesome lawyer. I really have nothing else to say. I would love her to continue to represent me. My only issue that resides in me is that I just want to get it resolved and not to, push the envelope on the procedure or try to make anything go quicker in my favor. It's just, I have a lot of people holding on jobs for me and wondering, am I coming back to college? And I know I have to see about this first. And I just want to get it seen about, like, I'm ready to face whatever I have to face up front. I did my best I could do. I dodged as many traps as I could.
Yep.
I stayed as positive as I can. And, somewhere I still hit a brick wall, and I will accept whatever I have to do with that brick wall, sir.
Okay. I'm hearing you on that. That seems like a pretty productive approach to it, that actions have consequences and you're not running from them. But we still need to work through representation. So you want to move forward with allowing Ms. Oyinloye to withdraw. Is that correct? Is that why you signed this?
I thought that was, I thought I was signing her on. Was that what the paperwork you gave me when I was?
No.
Is that for right now?
I went to the jail on Labor Day on Monday and spent about an hour and 20 minutes with Mr. Lewis. And he had that document in front of him for about 30 minutes. And I told him to leave it silent. If he had any questions, let me know.
Okay.
But I knew that this was going to be an issue. And so that's why I had him review that document
Okay.
and then sign it.
All right. And so we're clear. It's not a complicated document. It just says defendant consents to the withdrawal of his lawyer. And then you'd be in a position of, well, we got to get you a lawyer. And you can talk with a public defender and say, here's my financial situation. They can do the math and say, all right, you qualify for representation. They'll jump on board, or they'll say, you can't get public representation. And then you need to find a lawyer. And whether that means you reach back out to Ms. Oyinloye, she might say yes. She might say, you know what, we broke up, we're done. And then you find a different lawyer. There are lots of them out there. I'm just not the one who gets in the middle of that. And so instead of circling around things, I need you to tell me, it's a real straightforward question. Are you consenting to Ms. Oyinloye's withdrawal? She's your attorney of record in the docket. And until I sign a piece of paper saying you're free to go, she's your lawyer. But no one forces a lawyer on someone. If that relationship's not working, then it should end.
Well, she wanted to talk to me at the jail. Just being honest, I don't have the funds to put forward. Like, I would love her to still represent me.
Right, but she's not going to do it for free. She needs to put food on her table, just like you want to put food on the table for your wife and kid.
Yes.
And so if you don't have the funds to do it, then that's probably why Ms. Oyinloye is saying, I need to withdraw, Judge, because I don't have a big pro bono docket.
Right, and I accept the withdrawal. I will move forward with the withdrawal so she can move forward with, doing what she does.
Got it. Then I will take care of that. And Ms. Oyinloye, you are excused. I appreciate you being here. And what I'm going to do, Mr. Lewis, is have you go back and before we finish here this morning, I'll have one of the public defenders chat with you about your qualification, whether you fit financially or not. Okay,
Yes, sir.
all right?
All right.
And we'll talk again. It'll either be great, but they want a week to get to know you and look at your file, or they figured out a way to go forward today, assuming they're representing you. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Mr. Griffin is next.
I believe we are ready on that, Judge.
All right. And Ms. Davis, if you could call your colleague because Mr. Sabak showed up. Now for Mr. Griffin, I have new charges. They're not new, but new charges and didn't get his GED. Is there anything, does he have a new case also?
Is it the chat, is it the Savannah case? Is it, what's on the warrant, Judge?
No, it's something, Fulton, a family violence battery in 21 from Fulton.
I was thinking it was obstruction on the.
Well, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
All right, let's get on the record then. This is position 11, 17 SC 156244, State versus Andre Griffin. Mr. Griffin is here. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
He is here with his lawyer, Ms. Wood. We have Ms. Davis for the state, and Mr. Griffin, way back in January of 22, I signed a warrant that alleges that in November of 21, so we're getting pretty far back in history, you got arrested for family violence battery here in Fulton County. And back then, late 21, early 22, you hadn't gotten your GED or demonstrated that you were in a GED class, which was one of the requirements of your sentence. So new charges, they're not so new now, and no GED. Ms. Wood, I've been asking you just as we were getting Mr. Griffin out here and getting on the record, if there was anything else. Sometimes when someone gets arrested, it's on new charges, but those don't make it into the warrant because this warrant is 3.5 years old. So is there something else in the mix for Mr. Griffin?
So in addition to the charges that you named, he also picked up September 28, 2022, given false info in Clayton County, November 2022, death by taking in Cobb County misdemeanor, July of 2023, we got death by shoplifting misdemeanor in DeKalb County. And then July of this year, he picked up an obstruction charge in Chatham County.
Okay, that's the Savannah.
Yes.
Okay, and that's probably what then, did you get sent from Savannah here?
Yes.
Okay, so it was that, I don't know why some of these other things, the arrest in Cobb or the theft by shoplifting, this warrant was in there, but the system's funny that way. So there's a whole bunch of stuff not contained in here. Did you, Ms. Wood and Ms. Davis, talk about all these moving parts in coming up with whatever you discussed, or do we have some surprises in here?
We're gonna just move forward on the violation.
Okay, meaning what's in the warrant?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So whatever we do today isn't going, then it may be that these new charges, I don't know if he's got bond on them, those may hold Mr. Griffin in, but we deal with this.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So tell me then, is Mr. Griffin admitting to having been arrested for family violence battery in November 21 and not having done his GED?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's your recommendation as a result of that?
We're asking the court to consider revoking 3 months and then returning to probation. He does have holds for Cobb and Clayton County, so he will have to go there. He's shared with me, Judge, that he has worked in home renovations. He's 32 years old. He has 10 children. He has a place to live with his sister. I've got her information. I will get it to Ms. Simpson as well, Judge.
I've got an address on Flat Shoals and one on Parkland Drive. Is either one of those your sisters?
Yes.
Which one?
Flat Shoals.
Flat Shoals, okay. 10 kids, huh?
Yes.
I don't know who's weighing in on that. Oh, that's Miss Dunham. All right. Are they all in the Atlanta area?
Yes.
What's down in Savannah?
Well, I have one in Savannah.
Is that number 11 or one of the 10 is in Savannah?
One of the 10.
Okay, 1 in Savannah, 9 up here.
Yes.
Okay. You've got about 5.5 years left on probation for this case. Is there any other case that Mr. Griffin's on probation for at this time, Ms. Simpson? Okay.
As well as the first.
This is a first offender case? Oh, okay. Do you know, Ms. Wood, if the July 25 arrest was for felony obstruction or misdemeanor obstruction? Because all these others are misdemeanors. I don't say they're good.
Misdemeanor, Judge, but I'm not for sure, but I think it's a misdemeanor.
Okay, all right. Let's see if I can find anything in there. Man, there's a booking photo. You have no hair at all. That's an old picture. Oh. Oh, here's your PI number, 6279. That's odd. If you type in the PI number associated with this recent arrest, it takes us back to a burglary from 2018. So who knows? I think it's wise to just deal with this and let the other chips fall where they fall. Ms. Davis, what's the state's perspective on this?
Judge, we are asking to revoke a year in this case, and then to return to probation, but we will defer to the court on the first offender status.
Okay. Let me check one more thing about you getting booked in. What if this is the same person? I mean, your booking picture, you're bald.
That's probably my brother.
Okay, so they got the wrong. I wonder who got booked in.
Griffin.
What's your brother's name?
Nicholas Griffin.
Okay. Are you married?
No.
Is your brother married?
Yeah.
To Renata Lewis?
No.
Okay, because your booking lists your emergency contact as Renata Lewis, your wife. Do you know a Renata Lewis?
No.
Okay. This is fascinating. All right. So how did you tell me what happened in August when you got arrested? What?
You mean July?
Whenever you got arrested, you're in jail now. What happened?
They just pulled up on me and they said they was looking for somebody that was setting fires, but they found out that it wasn't me.
This was in Savannah?
Yes.
Okay. And so they were doing but then when they ran your name, you had these warrants.
Yeah.
And when you got brought back here, you got booked in. And what it says here is it's talking about this 2018 burglary. And there's DNA from that.
I was locked up 2018.
Okay. The whole year of 2018?
basically.
Okay.
Just like March.
All right, well, that's a good defense. If they find your DNA there, it's not, I mean, is the bald guy your twin brother?
No.
No, okay. You don't look at all alike, but I think that's more a hair thing than anything else. Well, you got a lot of moving parts, Mr. Lewis. I'm not quite sure. I guess you're gonna do the tour because you're going to Cobb, also Clayton?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, all right. Mr. Lewis, I'm gonna revoke 6 months of your probation, and reinstate the balance. I am going to eliminate the GED requirement. You got other stuff going on, and I think the last thing you need to worry about with 9 kids here and 1 in Savannah is getting your high school equivalent. That wouldn't hurt you to get it, but you've got lots you're juggling. So you'll get credit while you're moving around to these places. So that clock will be running, and then you'll be back on probation, and you'll need to report to probation within 48 hours of being released. And if you're going to be at that Fulton County, is that a Fulton County address where you'll be staying?
County.
Pardon me?
DeKalb County.
Okay, so would he be reporting to the Conyers address?
Once I get the correct address, he would need to report to us. He needs to report, to us. So this case actually is
Oh, because in probation system, it's still an Atlanta address. Okay, so when you do get released, and that may be from Clayton, it could be from Cobb, but whenever you're out on the street again, you need to report to the probation office here in downtown Atlanta. Do you know where that is?
Yes.
Where do you think it is?
I've been there before. I don't know exactly.
Okay, is it near here?
Yes.
What is it near?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Ms. Wood will give you the address. You should try to hang on to it, but you've got a few other stops that you'll be working through. Ms. Wood, anything else for Mr. Griffin?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Davis?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
This is the address, Mr. Griffin. All right, good luck to you.
Mr. Sabak, how are you, sir?
Your Honor, good morning. How are you today?
I am well. We are going to take up Mr. Stisher as soon as Ms. Winfrey gets here. She was here, and then I let her go back to her office, which is just across the adjacent building because you were tied up elsewhere. But she's been notified, and once she comes in, we'll pivot to that one. We have a probation officer who's been waiting on the call, so we can have the conversation. All right. Wilson is next. All right, let's get on the record for Derek Wilson's 3 cases. He's positions 12 through 14. One of the indictments is 18 SC 160777. Good morning, Mr. Wilson.
Good morning, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Okay. Mr. Wilson, I signed probation warrants in May of this year. The allegation in all 3, one for each case, is that in February, your probation officer tried to meet with you where you're supposed to be, which was Fortress Avenue. And the person who was there said, nah, he moved out. They left a letter for you, didn't report, called you on the number you had left them. Number was disconnected. So you went AWOL on probation. That's it. But that's not supposed to happen. Ms. Wood, is Mr. Wilson admitting to what's in the warrants?
Yes,
Okay, tell me about him and your recommendation.
yes, Judge. So, Mr. Wilson, one moment. So he's been in custody 57 days. We're asking the court to revoke 90 days and reinstate. I'm not sure, and I'm gonna let him explain. He actually still lives at that address. Correct?
The address was still on file, but I did move. But that's probably what came about me catching the warrant or whatever for probation, because I didn't get a chance to get a new address.
Right.
But my wife was here too, and she has the address on file.
Okay. And to be clear, moving is okay. You're not locked into one address. But the burden is 100% on you to let probation know, hey, I got a new spot. It's 123 Main Street.
Yes, sir.
So that they know when it's time to have a meeting, they don't go to Fortress anymore. They go to 123 Main Street. So we'll get that address today, and I'm sure your officer is going to want to try it out to make sure that's where you are.
Yes, sir.
So yes, Judge, I will figure out what the new address is and make sure the number he gave me is the actual number. He's 34 years old. He has 2 children. As he said, his wife is present in court. He has a 10th grade education. We just ask that you revoke 90 days and reinstate.
All right. So it's interesting. The warrants say Fortress Avenue in the system, although this was from when you pled your cases out, which was a long time ago. There was Holly Road and Hollywood Road, two different numbers. Were you ever at Holly or Hollywood?
Hollywood was one of the first probations, one of the first piece of probation. So I'm on 3 felony probations.
Yeah,
So
and we're talking about all 3 of them, but you only live in one place, and so
Exactly.
all your probations are gonna look for you at one address.
One address, which is my new address.
Okay, but at some point you were at Hollywood, then you were at Fortress, and now you're at new address. How long have you been married?
I've been married about 2 years now.
Okay. When you were living at Fortress, was that a residence you had with your wife or with someone else?
With my wife.
Okay. So when the probation officer knocked on the door and the head of household said, Mr. Wilson doesn't live here anymore, would the probation officer have been talking to your wife?
Yes, sir.
Why would she say you don't live there anymore?
The disagreement we were going through.
Okay.
We had
Did she kick you out or did you move
I
out?
distanced myself from her for a minute.
Okay. And you have reason to believe that she'll take you back?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. She's in the courtroom today.
No, I see her, but she's gonna need to tell me that she's taking you back. She's found a new spot and
Better
you're,
spot, better environment for me to stay with her.
Okay.
And my children.
all right. And you have 2 kids. Are those kids you have with your wife or with someone else? Do they stay with you guys?
I mean, on and off, but they're not my white kids. I got 2 outside kids.
Okay. So you have 4 kids or you have 2 outside
I
kids?
have 2 a kid that's mine, but I have stepchildren that are hers. So.
Got it. So in your household would be you, your wife, and stepkids.
Exactly.
How many stepkids?
2.
2. How old are they?
16 and 13.
All right. And then your kids, the outside kids, how old are they?
Well, my daughter's 16, my son 8.
Okay.
Well, my daughter stay in Alabama, my son stay in Atlanta.
So you see your son sometimes comes to stay with you.
See, yeah, my son comes stay with me most of the time, but I have to visit my daughter.
Got it. Okay. And what kind of work do you do when you're not wearing an orange jumpsuit?
Well, construction, moving company. My wife has a moving company. I work with her most of the time.
So she's your wife and your boss?
Basically, yes, sir.
All right. You probably want to stay in line.
Yes, sir.
All right. So your recommendation is 3 months. All right. Ms. Davis.
Judge, I have looked at Mr. Wilson's case. It looks like this warrant was issued in May of this year. However, he picked up a new charge in July of this year and it was indicted last Monday.
Ooh.
And so I know that we have kind of gone far in this hearing, but I would ask if we could be reset to add the new case because it is a burglary to the probation warrant.
That doesn't sound like you were moving. What's the case number?
It is 25 SC 005284.
Sir, can I say something about?
Hold on, you can, I don't want you to talk about the new case. Your lawyer will kick you in the shins real hard. I'm not prejudging that. I was kidding when I say you weren't moving. I mean, it's an allegation. It happens to have been indicted. It moved really quickly. Because let me look at the indictment. It's with Judge Whitaker. The allegation is that in July of this year, you went into Marcia Day's home to commit a theft. Okay. So, Ms. Wood, we can go forward with the warrant as is, and there's this other case out here that I assume is going to pop up at some point as a violation of Mr. Wilson's probation in these 3 cases, all of which are burglaries. One way or the other, he'll need to wrestle with it. I'm looking to see, he does have a bond. Well, let me see what the order says. There was a bond order.
As I need to get, I have a bond, so if the probation is one thing holding me in, so I can fight discharge from the street.
Okay, so that if you want.
Yeah, $10,000 bond. Stay away from some address on Joseph E. Boone and Marcia Day. How do you want to? So that's not going to hold him in, assuming he can make the bond. But then that will be, there'll just be another probation warrant.
Can I say something?
Stop. Do you want to talk in the back? Can we have a moment, Judge?
Sure. Why don't you guys chat? And I don't want you to panic, Mr. Wilson. Nothing's going off the rails. It was Ms. Davis's, it's helpful to have flagged that this is there because one of 2 things is going to happen. Either we factor into the revocation these new charges, or I revoke whatever I'm going to revoke. You're going to be in custody for a while, and probation is going to bring me a new warrant saying, hey, you should revoke Mr. Wilson's probation in each of these 3 burglaries, because guess what? He got arrested for another burglary in July of 2025. I'm not saying that that new case is good or bad or weak or not. It's just that's going to trigger another warrant. And so we can deal with it down the road, or we can figure out what to do with it now. And we don't actually have to decide today. It also could be, let's talk about it in a week, because you're not going anywhere right away because of this revocation. Okay? So talk with Ms. Wood about that. And I promise we'll hear from you too. I just want to wait for Mr. Wilson to be back out here. No. You were raising your hand and yeah, but let's wait till he's back out here with his lawyer. And then we'll turn to Mr. Stischer's case.
It just had not been served.
Okay. So there's a petition, he hasn't been served with it, but it's sort of in the mix. Another reason to say,
It basically said, we won't need to do another one, just.
work off the petition. Okay. Ms. Wood, while you were back talking with Mr. Wilson, Ms. Simpson shared that there is a new petition that has the new charges in there along with these things. But I haven't signed it, and I did sign it. It hadn't been served on Mr. Wilson yet. So probation is catching up, and they're almost there. So tell me what you'd like to do.
Possible, Judge, if we could admit to the arrest of that newly indicted case. He still wants to work on that one when he has his court date in, Judge Whitaker, but he is, he's okay with admitting to the arrest of that case, if we can loop that into the revocation order.
We can, that may result, I don't know if you and Ms. Davis had negotiated something, I don't want her to say, well, wait, I didn't have that piece in. It's not negotiated.
Correct.
Okay. Before I hear from Ms. Davis, Mr. Wilson's wife had raised her hand at some point. Was there something you wanted to add?
I just want to say, I apologize. I want to say what my business was and the reason for me placing him out and the reason for me being there to so allow me to come in. I have days on rapid reflux, and basically what I pride myself in is to hire felons who are recently released to get them back on track. So basically what we do are evictions. When homes have evictions, we go in, we clean them out, we let them out, and that's basically the process of it, and get them back on track. When we started, when he was released from my house the first time, it was more so I have to hold you accountable. Regardless of anything, we're holding things accountable. So where we are now, we've discussed it, we went through it. Like you said, we can't speak on that other charge. I think that's something that has to be handled, of course, by the lawyers, which I am working for lawyers in that case.
Good.
But as far as probation is concerned, even when he comes to my house, he has to be held accountable. So we are getting the GED. I do have those classes assigned. I have also the fact that he not only works for my job, I do work with Ricky Brown, and he hires us also, so they are going to assist him get his CDL, so that he can get on the road, because okay, we can work under me, but I'm more so just trying to help the community. I am from Atlanta. I know the effects of being from that environment and trying to survive and trying to do everything and having everybody around. So that's my goal from moving from Atlanta to Decatur. So
Okay.
now that I'm currently in Decatur, I'm in a bigger space, and I'm more active to actually be able to assist with better recovery, real rehabilitation.
Yeah.
Guys sitting down the road, they come back to us. It's actually so many demons, so many things that come on you. So if I can catch it right now, I can try to prevent him from coming back in front of you or any other judge, if that makes sense.
It does make sense.
With his kids, he has a son that needs his dad in his life. It's not good representation when you're staying in Atlanta on Boulevard. And with his mother, I can't just grab that kid and put that guidance in him. But if he's here, I can grab that kid and put that guidance in him to make him not be a representation of his father and show him what a real man is based on his father's endeavors to do better with that.
Okay.
And my daughters, they've experienced a lot, so I don't like putting more on them, but they expect him as being a father in their lives at the moment, if that makes sense. Especially my youngest daughter, she's deaf. So we're practicing sign language. We work on that, and it brings that comfort into the home. So basically, I really just wanted to assist rehabilitating, but it's just not him. I have a majority of people that work with him. So I just want to give you that.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you sharing that. And I very much appreciate that the line of work you're in is giving people a second chance. We need more employers who are willing to do that. All right. So Ms. Wood, is your recommendation the same or is it different?
It's the same, Judge.
Okay. Ms. Davis.
Yes, Judge. We are asking for you to revoke 2 years. This is the exact same type of offense that he is on probation for. 3 burglaries in the first degree, and then this another case, burglary in the first degree, where it's alleged in the warrant that he was captured on video, kicking the door in. Officers responded to the scene and captured him with items that belonged to the home. And the victim was able to provide receipts to the officer. So very clear cut. Obviously, we'll see at trial, but that's the allegation. It's so similar. We're asking for 2 years.
Okay. I am looking at a couple things from the docket. So we had a revocation in July of 24, where 9 months were revoked. All right, and then we modified the revocation. Oh, this was one of the mistakes under Kellum.
Yes, Judge.
Got it. Okay. All right. So less than about a year ago, we revoked 9 months, but I should have said 5 months and 2 weeks, but either way. And now we're back again. Okay. All right. And Ms. Simpson, the probation's recommendation is in line with the state's? Okay. All right. Are you able to tell Ms. Simpson what this revocation from a year ago, which was for 9 months, what it says on the order of revocation is that there was an arrest, a failure to report, and didn't do substance abuse assessment. I'm trying to figure out what the arrest was for. So it was a situation like this where, in essence, Mr. Wilson said, look, I admit I got arrested for something. It was a January 2024 arrest.
Stolen vehicle, felony, and driving while license suspended in Douglas County.
Okay.
I believe that was.
All right. Do you know what happened to the Douglas County case?
Still out on bond, sir, for the case, so we haven't resolved the case yet.
Got it. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do, Mr. Wilson, is revoke 9 months of your probation. And I'm going to terminate the balance. So that'll close out these 3 cases. You still have the open case in front of Judge Whitaker. That's going to go wherever it goes. And you won't need to be reporting anymore on any of these 3. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes,
all right.
Sir. I have one more thing, sir. Would it be any possible way that you can put 2 for 1 in my paperwork so I can get out as fast as possible?
So I'll think about that.
You would think about it?
I will think about it.
I can deal with that, sir. Thank you so much.
All right.
Hi, Mr. Wilson.
Thank you.
So much.
You're welcome. Good luck.
So I have one question for you, ma'am, before you go. When you say that you hire folks who are just getting out, what is the size of your workforce? Are you hiring people all the time, or you can take one and then it's?
I have a couple of apartment complexes that use me a lot because I'm a shut job. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense.
Currently, I have 7 that are currently working with me actively, but we use groups because mine, when you do evictions, it is like a lot of lifting, a lot of those things that make it. So I'm open to more employees.
Okay.
I have 8 of them at the moment.
So I'm one of the judges who works in the accountability courts, where we have people who are just getting out and they're working through an addiction, and they often struggle to find work because of their criminal history. And so I'm wondering if you'd be willing to talk with the management of the accountability court program. They'd need to see the kind of work you do and where it is. It may be that it's not safe for, I don't mean safe in the sense someone's gonna get shot, but hey, I'm actually evicting people from an apartment complex where people are smoking crack all around, and we can't have folks there, because then they'll say, I'm gonna take a quick break, and then they'll relapse.
So me, I personally go to everyone with them, because I want to make sure my work is done. So
Yeah.
I can get paid.
Okay,
So with that being stated, I'm very monitoring when I am taking them out, and mind you, they have buildings everywhere, so we're not just working in the city alone.
okay,
So the cabs, the cars, the police department, they don't have to worry about transportation, I provide it.
okay.
They supposed to ride up in the truck, and we're going to do these things and get accomplished, and I do have a few pictures, because I want to show you guys the work he was doing, just to make sure that you guys knew that I was not coming here just getting over. So.
No, I appreciate that. I don't need to see the pictures. I trust you doing the work you described. I'm just wondering the best way I could connect you with some of the management folks at the accountability court, so they could explore whether this is a possible employment opportunity for some of the participants who struggle. Some of them can get jobs in warehouses, but some of them, they just,
Some of them don't stay competent when because they don't have that positivity to keep them eager to go forward. They
Right.
go up and they pass, and it's like, you have to have that positivity behind you, and some don't have families. So when they come home, it's like, okay, I gotta resort back to the same thing I was doing. It's like, they come home, people like me, or your mother or your father, and it's like, they're not rehabilitated. So
Right.
the goal while you're working with me is the positive thing, but you can't work with me if you're not trying to do positive things. Because
Right.
it doesn't grow on trees. This is hard work, people are looking at me as an advocate for it, so.
right. So what's the best way for someone from the management team to contact you?
Contact me directly on the phone number, 678-954-9452.
And your last name?
I'm Jasmine Jones.
Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Jones. And that's 678-954-9452.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will see if someone from that team wants to give you a call to see if we can that sounds like it could be a productive partnership.
That sounds great. And I also work on the Keisha Let's Start Over her campaign, and she has something that she's trying to implement with me also, so that could be a great thing.
Okay, I can't make it political, but I can make it administrative. So I'm going to pass your name and number on to Mr. Warren, who's the number 2 over there, and he might reach out to see if that's something that makes sense. Obviously, it needs to make sense for you as well. But I appreciate you sharing all that and for the work you do.
Yes, sir. I thank you all so much.
All right, take care.
This on my address.
Pardon?
Also provide on my address.
No, you don't need to worry about that, because Mr. Wilson will not be on probation for these cases anymore. He has the new case, and that's going to go wherever it goes. If it becomes a case with probation, that'll be a time, different judge, different probation officer.
I got you. I thank you so much for your time. And you've been very pleasant. It's been very great for me.
All right. Mr. Stisher, if you and your lawyer would come up to the podium, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sudhir Sabak on behalf of Mr. Brian Stisher.
Good morning. Let me get us on the record so we're clear about what's happening. This is position 15. It's 22 SC 180584. Mr. Stisher pled guilty to a sexual exploitation of children offense in 22 SC 180584 and was given 10 years probation. And probation has gone well for Mr. Stisher in the sense that probation submitted to me and to the district attorney's office a petition for early termination of probation. According to Officer Adams, and he's on the call and we're going to hear from him, Mr. Stisher meets the requirements for early termination. There've been no arrests over the first 24 months. I don't think there was restitution. If there was, he paid it, so that's not an issue. Basically, insofar as one can be a model probationer, it sounds like Mr. Stisher has been that. So I was presented with the petition. I asked that we have a hearing because this is not your run-of-the-mill case where, oh, it was a shoplifting, everything's been good for a couple years. Let's not worry about supervision. If I get to the final disposition. So there was continued treatment at the Highland Institute until I was notified that it was complete. That's not referenced in here. It may be complete. I'm sure you'll address that. Obviously, Mr. Stischer's been on the registry, and there were the weekends in jail, but that's happened. So that's behind us. So I guess, Mr. Sabak, I'll let you start. I'll also hear from Officer Adams, and then I'll hear from Ms. Winfrey about the state's perspective.
Thank you, Judge. Just a brief timeline, not a recitation of the facts, just a timeline of what I believe is the relevant matters that Your Honor will be interested in. I guess Mr. Stischer was discovered February 2018. Roswell police executed a search warrant at his home. A few days later, I got a phone call. I was retained. He immediately took my advice, which was to get himself into some counseling, some therapy. And so that began in February of 2018. April 2018, after completing their investigation, law enforcement obtained an arrest warrant. That's when Mr. Stischer was formally arrested. 2 months or so after beginning his treatment. COVID happened, as Your Honor is aware, and so Mr. Stischer and I did not stand before Your Honor to answer for these charges until, let me see, April 2022?
Yep, 2022.
Right. At that point, it had been about 5 years. He had been in, his treatment, and Your Honor heard both sides, and your court determined that probation at that point, because of how late it had been and how much progress he had made on his own, the court was satisfied that he could be trusted to be supervised outside of state custody. Just so Your Honor knows where he is with his treatment, because you have not been updated since we last spoke. I told you it started in February 2018. There's 3 phases to this treatment. The first phase is the most intense and longest. It's not like a certification where if you complete X amount of hours, you get a certification no matter how you are doing or feeling about it at the end. It's obviously there's goals, but it's based on what the doctor believes, whether this progress has been made. So the first phase began February 2018 and ended May 2023. And that essentially consisted of a weekly therapy session. So it looks like for roughly 4.5, 5 years, Mr. Stischer had been attending weekly therapy sessions to address this very issue. Phase 2 began in May 2023 and ended just this year, April 2025. And phase 2 is essentially monthly therapy sessions. So he went from weekly to monthly. Now we're in phase 3. And phase 3 should be the smallest percentage, right? And obviously that depends on Mr. Stischer, right, and continuing to make progress. But that began April of this year, and we are currently in phase 3. Phase 3 consists of quarterly therapy sessions, right?
How long is that supposed to last? If things go well, is it 4 quarters worth? Is it 100 quarters worth?
Great question. So they would anticipate or expect or hope him to complete this in 3 more quarters. When was the last time you saw?
Last week.
Last week, so,
Yes.
okay, so basically 9 months from now or so?
Approximately
Right.
between April and June of next year.
Okay.
Okay, is what they anticipate. Okay, so I say all that to say that relevant part that he will still be under therapy after he leaves today up until we anticipate April if all goes well. Whether the court's satisfied with that, we'll find out, but the court needs that information to make its decision. So as far as therapy goes, he's in that until the April. It's not court order. He began it before his arrest. Of course, it was on my advice. Honor, take that for what it is. These are just things for the court to consider, but I believe he's shown plenty of initiative on his own to address this demon. As far as employment, Judge, he's been working at Unique Sports, it's a warehouse. Basically, it's a wholesale company. They wholesale sporting goods. They package them, send them to Amazon, Dick's Sporting Goods, what have you. He works in the warehouse there. He's been doing that since May 2022. I'm assuming full time. And then, you're working there, so no problem.
Mr. Stisher, what do you do in the warehouse?
I am in charge of cards and blisters. I do the inventory for those. I make sure that we are getting them ordered when we need them. And cards and blisters is basically when you buy a product from a store, you'll have like a cardboard that explains what the product is, and the blister is what goes inside, the product goes inside.
Physically, what do you do? Are you putting blisters inside cardboard, or you're supervising people, or you're counting things?
I mostly do inventory. I also will sometimes do small projects.
But what does do inventory mean?
I count all of the cards and blisters, make sure that what is in the computer system is matching what I'm seeing.
So if the computer says we've got 100 cards and 12 blisters, you're actually going out there 1, 2, 3, 4, make sure there's 100.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. Sabat.
And does that work require you to interact with the general public?
No.
Okay. And do any minor children work there?
No.
Okay. And are they even allowed in this warehouses and stuff? Or do you have rules and safety regulations against that?
A few times, but it's very rare.
Okay, gotcha. Maybe for the court satisfaction, those few times, can you just explain to us what that looks like?
So if an employee brings their son or daughter to work, that happens from time to time. But if that is the case, I just kind of try to stay out of their way. My area is kind of in the back. So if someone brought their son with them, I would just kind of stay mostly in the back until.
But it's a warehouse. It's the exception that there'd be a kid there anyway.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay. And then, of course, obviously you're on the registry. I saw where you are. I saw you on there. As far as where Mr. Stisher's been living, he still resides at the same residence that who grew up in. His folks are elderly. His father passed last year. He was 80. And his mother, she's still in good health and spirit. She's 78 or so, but he's with her. He takes care of her, all that. No plans to relocate. And again, we don't even anticipate any reason why he would. And so we're kind of in the same place we were, Judge, in 2022. What progress has he made? I mean, I wouldn't consider completing the terms of your probation progress. That's his duty. So, the progress would be in the therapy. Whether the court is satisfied with that requires more documents at this time. We're here to answer any questions, of course, but I think that's basically what.
All right. Thank you.
We are, of course.
Officer Adams, I'll add you to the spotlight there. I appreciate your patience. I know you wanted to get out of here soon. We had to get all the right folks in the room, but here you are. Have you been supervising Mr. Stisher the whole time or just most recently?
The entire time, Judge.
Any issues?
No issues.
Have you been to his place of work?
I haven't been to his place of work, no.
You've been to his home?
Yes.
Okay. And Mr. Stisher is required to register as a sex offender?
Yes, Judge.
Do you know, and it may be a question from Ms. Winfrey, will he need to stay registered after probation is over, or is it just for as long as he's on probation?
He will have to continue to register until he has an order or anything like that that says he does not have to register anymore.
Is Mr. Stisher on reporting probation now, or has it already evolved to its non-reporting?
He is currently on active supervision, Judge.
Tell me what that means. How often do you interact with him if he's on active supervision?
So I make 2 contacts with him per month.
Okay. And that can be telephone, email, or is that face-to-face?
So it could be 2 face-to-face. Usually one of those interactions are through video like we're doing now. And then the other interaction, I will be going to his residence.
Okay. Do you let him know in advance that you're coming, or it's a surprise when you're there?
So I know his work schedule. He usually gets off work at about 4 o'clock. So I may just call him at 4:15, tell him I'll be there at 4:30. So
Got it.
he's on the way to the house when I'm actually on the way. So I'm there before he gets there.
Got it. But you tell him that day, you don't say on a Monday, hey, I'm gonna come by on Friday. You let him know, hey, when you get home today, I'm gonna be there. Let's talk.
Correct. I
Got it.
definitely do not call him a couple of days in advance.
Okay. Well, that's very helpful. I appreciate it. Ms. Winfrey, do you have any questions of Officer Adams?
I do not, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Sabak, do you have any questions for Officer Adams?
Officer Adams, given the nature of these offenses, would he just by the classification be a more involved probationer for you?
What do you mean by that?
Because the charges are serious in nature. Does that require you to do more intense supervision than you would for someone who had, let's say, a shoplifting charge that was a felony?
So I only deal with people who are on the registry. So all of my cases are on this type basis.
So they're all intense. Okay. And do you have a shortage of petitioners? Do you have plenty of people? Do you have a lot of clients?
Yes.
Okay. And would having someone like Mr. Stisher removed from your active supervision roster, would that help you better be able to attend to the more pressing cases?
It would, but I mean, I'm pretty organized. If I didn't feel like he would be a good candidate for early termination, I wouldn't submit the paperwork. Even if it makes my job easier, like if I feel like he's not a good candidate, then I wouldn't submit the paperwork.
Okay. So you're not motivated by easing your work burden at all?
No.
Thank you.
Officer Adams, is it possible for someone with Mr. Stisher's charges to be on non-reporting probation, or is that against policy for DCS?
So he could go on non-report, but per policy, he would need to be done with treatment.
Done with the treatment, meaning the Highland Institute work he's doing?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right. Got it. So as long as he is actively receiving treatment, he needs to be on active supervision.
Correct, Judge.
Okay. All right. Thank you. If you don't mind staying on a little longer, Ms. Winfrey may say something that causes me to have another question for you. Ms. Winfrey.
Thank you, Ron.
But before you go, let me tell you where I'm thinking right now, because this may be where you're going. I'm not prepared to terminate probation until Mr. Stisher is done with his therapy. But that's the middle of next year. And it sounds like it's actually just 2 or at most 3 more sessions. But I would want to see the certificate from Highland saying phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 complete. And I don't know that they give you a grade, but they would say he's done. There's no purpose for him to continue to receive treatment from us. Having heard from Officer Adams that then would be a trigger for, and hey, he could go on unsupervised probation. It might be that what I agree to at that point is, again, not termination, given the nature of the offenses, but let's, consistent with DCS policy, say, let's try a year of unsupervised and then check in. And if nothing has happened, still clean record, work in all the things that are a stable status quo that gives me a certain comfort level, then we might be at the point where probation could end early. So I just want to let you know what I was thinking, so that if you were going to say something like that, you're like, Judge, we're good.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. And I'm kind of in line with what the court was is proposing, but I do want to add a couple of things for the court to consider. Because due to the code nature of these offenses and how they occur and how we obtain or find out that people are looking at child sexual abuse material, the state is not comfortable with early termination at all. Considering that the laws have changed a lot over the years. Mr. Stisher's crimes actually occurred in 2017. So you had a unit of prosecution rule where the
the council merged, now they're
Right.
no longer merged. And then the legislature changed the law and says there's a mandatory jail sentence now where there weren't back then. So we're coming.
And the case went state as opposed to federal. Had the feds taken this, it wouldn't have been 20 weekends in jail.
That's right. And so, these charges are very serious under the law. He's considered a dangerous, sexual predator according to the law. And so the probated sentence, we think, is actually a gift. And so I understand that he's on treatment, which is fantastic. We want that, so that we protect the community. And I agree with the court in terms of, well, if he's on some kind of probation while he's in treatment, still on treatment, that would be absolutely appropriate. But the state's also contention is that he should stay on probation because of this closed door nature of these crimes and how hard they are to detect, because they're at home and no one gets to see them except there's a cyber tip somewhere that we get, or there's an undercover operation. And those are the only ways that we're able to detect these type of crimes. And so we would ask the court to not terminate probation based upon the seriousness of these charges. And we'd ask that he remain on probation and that he continue to be monitored. I appreciate the probation officer's ability to go by and see, but even a pop-up would even be better, because again, because of how these crimes are, we become aware of them, you can prepare to shut your computer down or turn your phone off or things like that. So in order to monitor whether or not a person is in compliance is a lot more difficult than any other crime. So we would ask the court to consider that in its order. We'd ask that the probation not be terminated early. We ask them to continue on probation, and at a minimum what the court proposed, that he continue, especially while he's in treatment.
Okay. Mr. Sabak, anything you want? I know this wasn't your motion. This was my request that we all get here. I appreciate you staying on the case. It was really at the request or instigation, I don't mean that in a bad way, of probation, because Mr. Stisher had met certain thresholds, and so here we are.
Officer Adams, we certainly appreciate that initiative. Just so thank you very much. Judge, I got, nothing else to add. I've updated you on the timeline. I'd be disingenuous to say that it's not premature. Right. So,
Okay.
Sorry.
and I think maybe, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I also want to put on the record, he is required under OCGA 42-1-12F6 to continue to be on the sex offender registry for life unless he files a petition to ask to come off.
Okay, so we've all said the same thing, that, and that was my recollection. It's just, we get very few of these. It's usually a contact offense.
Right.
And I've had hearings where someone says, I want to come off the registry. This was a consumption offense. And I wasn't sure if it was tied to the duration of probation, which would be another reason to not end probation early, because that's the only thing that was keeping the registry requirement in place. But they're not linked, which is
Under
good.
first offender.
Okay.
And so I don't know that the court could technically
He's not.
You're not?
He's not. This offense, this offense, you cannot, you don't.
Yeah, it's not a first offender.
Oh, it's not first.
No.
That's right. Oh, okay. I don't know why I believe that. All right, great.
It's okay. Hi, because he got such a lenient sentence, you felt like it was a first offender sentence.
All right, Judge. Again, we the court has been giving us every opportunity to present all the evidence, all proof of our treatment, and they obviously take into consideration, and we think that we've been treated more than fairly so far, and so we respect the court if the court's position is that this is at the very least premature.
Okay. Mr. Stisher, I want to commend you for the work you've been doing. Sticking with your treatment at the Highland Institute. It sounds like you've got a job that is safe for you and safe for people around you. I'm sorry about the passing of your father, but you have a living situation that is also safe for you and safe for people around you. And I'm going to maintain the status quo until you've completed your work with the Highland Institute. And when that certificate or whatever it is that is generated, when they say we're done, when you've got that, you've shown it to Officer Adams, then I'd like to have a conversation about shifting to non-reporting probation for a while. And then if that goes smoothly, then we ought to talk about whether termination makes sense or not. Because if, frankly, you're in non-reporting status, and this is not a first offender case, there's not a whole lot that's going to be going on. It's the registry that is then the safety check that society has put in place, that you will be living in a certain place away from parks and schools and whatnot, and working in industries where it would only be incidental contact with minors. And that's how that process flow is supposed to work. So it's a no for now, but it's a good progress report. And we ought to reconvene next summer, because that ought to be, I don't know if they call it graduation or completion with the Highland Institute work. Do you have any questions about any of that, Mr. Stisher?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Sabak, anything
Thank
else?
you, Your Honor, we appreciate your time.
Ms. Winfrey?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, do we cover it, Officer Adams?
Yes, Judge, I did maybe want to mention one thing. Just hearing the DA's point of view about, his charges. I don't know if this will be possible. They do have monitoring services that they can place on his devices, just for the final, until he completes treatment, just in case they would want to feel, the DA would want to feel better on that. We could have tracking monitoring devices on all his devices for the next, I guess, until he graduates treatment. And I don't know if that would make them feel better about it then.
Well, I appreciate you flagging that. That would be modifying his probation in a way that right now I don't see the justification for it. If you were bringing in a petition saying, hey, I saw something strange on his phone, I'm not comfortable with that, we would have a conversation about it. But it wasn't a condition of probation. Had it been asked for, I would have imposed it. But it may be that back when we took this plea, folks didn't know that that was a probation option to put that kind of monitoring software. So I appreciate you flagging that. But we actually, what brought us together today was good performance, not questionable performance where it would be appropriate to tighten things up. But I'll certainly keep that in mind for the next child sexual abuse material case we get. See, Sam.
Yes, and Your Honor, actually, we do that now per standard. We use that DCS forms and restrictions of computer use.
Good.
We do make that a special condition.
I thought I had seen that. It wasn't on this disposition, but it may be that, that was 3 years ago. And so there's now a more thorough approach. Yes. All right. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Ron, that concludes our business.
Officer Adams, I
Yes, ma'am.
appreciate you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks, Officer Adams. Ms. Burnett, are you doing well, or do you want a quick break before we finish out the calendar?
I'm doing well, Judge. Thank you.
Okay. Then next up is Mr. Dunham.
May I approach?
Yes,
Thank you.
got it? Right, one witness. I will make part of the record in a sealed folder, everything, because there were some things you didn't get, unrelated, different situation. But I'll have marked, here's what was disclosed, here's what wasn't, and it'll just be a sealed filing in the docket. All right, you bet. All right, position 16 is Cleveland Dunham. Mr. Dunham, we're together again. Your case is 19 SC 172707. And I signed a warrant in January of this year, and then a revised petition in August, just a couple weeks ago, that lists some things that you supposedly got mixed up in. That would be violations of your probation. I'm gonna work off the petition, which you signed yesterday or the day before. The first allegation is that in November of last year, you committed a new crime, criminal damage to property in the second degree here in Fulton. Number two is that you had an administrative hearing in Clayton, DCS, relating to you getting a DUI. And you were supposed to restart something called the DRC Matrix program. And you didn't do that because you got a new felony charge. You didn't complete the day reporting center, and you are behind on some supervision fees. So new charges, didn't do DRC, sounds like maybe you got a DUI, and you hadn't been paying supervision fees. Ms. Rios, is Mr. Dunham admitting to these, contesting these?
He's admitting to the getting arrested, but he does have a little bit of an explanation. I believe his fiance or wife should be on the Zoom, but I'm not.
She is, she has been on since 9 this morning.
Okay. I think she might want to speak. I've been in contact with her a lot. She wanted to explain was involved in the criminal damage charges.
Okay.
I think she had a little bit that she wanted to explain about that. But he is 43 years old. He was working for Fresh Express, and was there for 2 years?
Yes.
2 years. And he is anxious to get out because his mother is going through some severe health situation, and he wants to be there for her in case it would be the last time he's able to see her. So I'm asking for him to be revoked 1 month. I believe he's been in for 50-something days, and continue him on probation.
He's got 4 years, 5 months left on probation, so there is some left. I have something here that lists 2 cases. We only have 1 on the calendar. Do both cases have the same amount of probation? The one on the calendar is the 707, but in the petition is for 707, but there are 2 other 19 SC cases listed.
19 173196.
Yeah.
That case expired February.
So that's done. Let me give you the other case number. It's,
961.
yeah.
That expired February.
Okay, great. So those are closed out. We've got 4 years, 5 months left on the 707. So just 1 case left. And you are asking for a 1 month revocation.
Yes.
All right. Ms. Davis?
Yes, Judge. We are asking for you to revoke 6 months and reinstate the balance. I'm not sure who the defendant's wife or significant other is, but the alleged victim in the criminal damage is the Sean John, Seon, last name John. And so I'm not sure what 30 they can provide, but it does appear to be separate and apart.
Okay. It's not that he supposedly busted up his wife's stuff.
Right.
Okay. All right.
That was the actual owner of the house that they were renting from.
Yes.
Okay. So is there more you want to share, or do you want Ms. Dunham hasn't come active? She may have fallen asleep. It was a long time that she was waiting. While you're looking into that, Mr. Dunham, what did you do for Fresh Express?
QA, I was a QA, quality assurance. We do the inspection, all the produce, and we make sure the machines and stuff are clean before they start running in the morning.
Okay.
I've been there for 2 years, and
Where?
at the company
Right, but where do you work?
at Fresh Express.
Right, but is that in College Park? Is
Yes,
that in?
it's Clay County.
Okay, is it a warehouse?
Yes, it's warehouse.
Okay. And your mom is not well.
Yes, sir.
And what makes you think that she may pass soon? Is that what the doctors are saying, or?
Yeah, she's in a home. She's not doing very well. She's going like in and out sometimes. Like the day I had that situation, I went to see her that night. She really didn't even recognize who I was, you know.
Okay.
So she's in a bad situation. I'm just trying to, keep in touch with her. And this incident at the home, it was an accident.
Let's not talk too much
All
about
right.
it.
Okay. Ms. Dunham, we are now talking about your husband's case. Is there anything you want to share?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, it was done. It was an accident. And also, the payment for the window has been paid in full.
Okay, that's what the allegation is that a window was broken?
Yes,
Yeah,
Okay. All right. And this was a house that Ms. Dunham, you guys were staying in, or what is your connection to the house?
it's a pad split. And they don't allow couples to live. So that's why we was in two different places. So basically you still can have company or whatever, but you just can't, they just don't do couples and they don't do children.
Oh, so did you just have a room there, or did you have the
Yeah.
whole house?
Just the room.
Got it. And so it was a one-person room, not a couple's room.
Right.
Okay. All right.
But everything's been resolved and paid in full. So, and he will be living there with me going through my surgery. I have to have hip surgery. I don't have no blood flow to my thigh bone. So I'll be going into surgery soon, and I go out on short-term disability on Friday. So he's definitely going to need to be home with me.
How would he live in this place if couples aren't allowed to be there?
I already reached out to the owner and told him what was going on since I don't have any family here. He's the only one that actually really can help besides my friends.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you've got the friend. Ms. Simpson, have there been other issues on probation since Mr. Dunham was sentenced, or is this his first? Well, I guess we know it's not his first because Clayton had to work through all these things and needed him to go to DRC, et cetera.
Aside from the administrative hearing, he had prior to.
Okay. All right. Anything you want to say about the day reporting center?
Well, I was going to it daily like I was supposed to, and only thing it was kind of hard bearing with it because they had me doing hours while they had me doing work hours. So it was just kind of tough. I had to bear with it because I had to leave work and come back. And I did that for I was in the program like 10 months. So I had to really, talk with my supervisors, good thing that I was, been good worker and stuff like that. So they allowed me to leave and go take care of my class and stuff. So
you said you did 10 months of the day reporting center?
Yes, I was in there for 10 months.
How long was the overall program?
They said you could finish in a year.
Okay.
So I was just, I was trying to figure out why it was taking so long for me to finally complete the program.
Right. Okay. Will Mr. Dunham go back to Clayton supervision, or did they basically say we're done? Or is that not clear?
We currently have an address for him. We're actually supervising.
Oh, okay. I have two different addresses for you. One is on Channing Drive and the other is on North Central Avenue.
Yes, I just moved from Channing Drive.
We have Channing Drive.
You have Channing, but that's a Jonesboro address. Oh, that's a Fulton.
That's Fulton.
Oh, okay. So you're not at Channing Drive anymore?
No, sir.
All right. Are you at North Central Avenue or you're at some other place?
At 304 where my wife is, 3049 Dogwood Drive.
Okay.
That's where I'll be at.
And that's in Fulton County?
Yes, that's Atlanta. That's off Metropolitan.
Okay. All right. Well, Mr. Dunham, it sounds like things got a little sideways in Clayton County with the DUI. These new charges may be explainable and might go away pretty quickly. I need you to get back on track. I remember you from your 3 cases, in particular, this aggravated assault case. I'm going to revoke 3 months of your probation. You'll get credit for all the time that you've been in, and then I will reinstate your balance. You will be supervised out of Fulton because the Dogwood address is here in Fulton County, and we'll take it from there. All right?
Thank you. Your Honor, that concludes my agenda. Can I leave? I'll be back tomorrow.
No, don't have her come back? Yes, Ms. Rios, you are free to go. Wait, before you go, did someone talk with Mr. Lewis about whether he qualifies for representation?
Mr. Lewis.
Because if no one has, maybe you could talk with him while Ms. Wood handles
Oh,
the guy with the black skull cap.
yeah, I'll go talk to him before I go. Also, we'll have a plea most likely for Nazareth Davis tomorrow at 1.
Huh, all right. Ms. Clark knows this?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
We did a Zoom
Excuse me.
call last night.
Yes?
This Miss Dunham.
Hello, Ms. Dunham.
What was the verdict on Cleveland?
He had 3 months of his probation revoked, but he gets credit for all the time that he's been in, which is more than half of all that, okay?
Okay, so is he getting out today, tomorrow?
He'll have to tell you about that after he gets back. He'll be able to talk to someone at the jail about a release date.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I'll call me later.
Okay, thank you.
All right, good luck with your surgery.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
What number is he in the back?
It's position 6. Oh, wait. Position 10.
All right, can we bring Mr. Payne out? And which of you is handling Mr. Gay?
Me.
Okay, make sure we have enough time.
Oh, we're ready to go on that one.
Okay, I just 12:15 is the bench meeting, so I have to go back and be on that, so I'll make sure.
So many meetings, Judge.
Yeah.
Busy man.
Busy man. Well, this is our monthly meeting.
There's non-negotiated.
Do I need to sign anything on the Stisher? Because I'm not terminating it. Yeah, because what it says here is that, oh, it does say it can be denied, so I'll sign something that says denied.
Come stand right here, Mr. Payne.
Just sign off. I didn't realize that's one for you to actually say it's being denied.
Yeah, there is. So I think I still have it. I'll work with Ms. Nelson. She was asking whether there's something to sign, and there is. So I'll do that. Okay. Hey, Mr. Payne.
Hi.
All right, let's get on the record in your case. It's 23 SC 1919112. And Mr. Payne, I signed a probation warrant for you in February of this year. The allegation is that in January of this year, you were given reporting instructions to report within 48 hours of your release. If you don't, you'll get a warrant. You didn't, so you got a warrant. And it just took a while for the warrant to catch up with you.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about the importance of reporting. I'm going to hear from Ms. Wood about whether you're admitting that you didn't report and what we're going to do going forward. Ms. Wood?
Yes, Judge, we are admitting to the violation. He's been in custody 88 days. I'm asking the court to revoke 3 months. I think a lot of our issue here is that he doesn't have stable housing in Fulton. He prefers to be in Cobb County. He shared with me this morning that he's planning to work with Cobb County on getting into a program there called the Extension. I don't have any confirmation on any details of that or who he's going to be speaking with, but I did want to share that with the court. So we're just asking that you revoke 3 months and reinstate.
Okay. Let me just look at one thing here. So, Mr. Payne, your preferred haunt is Cobb County rather than Fulton County.
Yes, sir.
All right, tell me about this program.
Okay, it's a program someone had told me about for people that are homeless. I don't know anything about it, though. I haven't checked. I don't know.
You learned about it while you were in custody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And it looks like just purely coincidentally, you're being housed in the Cobb jail.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Ms. Davis, the defense is recommending a 3-month revocation. What is your recommendation?
Judge, we're asking for you to revoke 6 months and reinstate the balance of his probation.
All right. Mr. Payne, was there a particular reason why you didn't report? I know you prefer to be in Cobb, but you were given instructions to go wherever and.
I think I went there initially within 24 hours, or when I had to make they rescheduled an appointment to meet the officer wasn't there, or either I don't remember what it was, but I couldn't make it the second time. I think I was told to call in.
Okay.
I think I'm on telephone or not. I don't think I'm on telephone reporting yet. I think.
No, I think you'd probably have to meet someone face to face the first time.
And I have to do something with anger management. I don't know. I've got like Xerox copies of things I have to do. It's pretty complicated. So I didn't get a telephone call into the probation officer. I attended one, but I never got actually through to the office.
Okay. Well, I don't want it to be complicated. It's supposed to be pretty basic. I'm looking at your final disposition. You do need to do anger management, but probation will help you with that. They'll tell you where you can get a class. Of course, you have to sign up with probation first. And you're going to submit to a drug and alcohol abuse evaluation. But again, that's after you connect with probation, then they'll help you set up that appointment where you'd meet with a counselor who would talk to you about those kinds of things.
Okay.
So it all starts with you showing up at probation saying, here I am, it's Matthew Payne, and it's great, your officer is so-and-so, and you're off and running.
Okay.
Ms. Davis?
Yes, Judge, I'm not sure if you mentioned it, I may have missed it, but I did want to draw to the court's attention his new offense in Cobb County. I believe it was a burglary in the second degree, but may have been reduced to a death by taking.
So I didn't mention that.
Petition I was emailed or it was just verified. It was served.
Okay.
Yeah, it was served.
I'm sure you sent it. There's just been a lot of, there it is, Payne. I thought I had printed out all of the newest stuff, but I don't have that.
Yeah.
Okay, you've been at since then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. What happened to your Cobb case?
I was sentenced to probation in Cobb County, misdemeanor probation. I have to report to misdemeanor probation within 5 days of.
Got it. This is all, you were arrested in February of this year in Cobb. And you've now been sentenced in that. That got reduced or was charged as a misdemeanor?
Yes, that's by taking misdemeanor.
Okay. And have you gotten out since February, or have you been in custody nonstop since
I've
February?
been in custody nonstop since February.
So you're arrested in February in Cobb for this burglary allegation. You're there, you resolve it, misdemeanor, whatever it was. But then we've got a hold on you and you come here.
Yes, sir.
All right, so that's 6, coming up on 7 months. Got it. Okay.
And Judge will admit to that if we can loop that in as well.
Okay, it's in the petition that he signed, so we might as well factor that in. So that helps me sort out what I'm going to do. So Mr. Payne, being mindful of the fact that you've basically done 7 months in connection with some of these things, what I'm going to do is revoke 3 months. You don't get credit all the way back. because some of that was what Cobb decided to do. But I'm gonna give you a 3-month revocation, so at the most, it's gonna feel like 10 months, because you've been in that long. But you may not be held, you will definitely get credit, for the 50-something days you've been here in Fulton.
Okay.
That's complicated math. I don't mean for it to be complicated, but you'll get credit for that. When you get out, you do need to report to probation. Where does he report? Fulton, Clayton, Baldwin?
Fulton. It is Fulton.
We have him as.
Right. That's why I'm asking.
So he would need to report to the Atlanta office. He'll be on a weekly reporting.
He also has misdemeanor probation out of Cobb, but that's not you guys.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Okay.
But he can speak to this office in regards to how to.
Coordinate those. So Mr. Payne, when you are not going to be sent down the road, you're going to stay in the county jail, although it's complicated by the fact you're actually in the Cobb County Jail. When you are released, you need to go to the probation office here. It's right down the street. It's on Memorial Drive.
Okay.
Within 48 hours of your release, you got to go there. If you don't, they're going to bring me another one of these warrants, and then we're just going to spin around again with that. Okay.
Okay.
That doesn't mean you can't be in the program in Cobb County, all that kind of stuff. It's just your very first report is to where?
Memorial Drive?
Yep.
Okay.
Probation here in Fulton County.
Okay.
All right. They'll be looking for you.
All right.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Ms. Davis, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Wood?
No, Judge, thank you.
All right.
Here you go. Yes, sir. I wrote it down for you, okay? There you go.
All right.
Good luck.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. We've got Mr. Nollie.
That's a quick announcement.
Okay. Yes, just to the door. Hey, Mr. Nollie, come on out. You got your sandwich?
Yes, sir.
Good. So Ms. Wood is going to tell me a little bit about your case, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do, okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Judge. So we had originally, this is on me, we had originally asked to reset this for a hearing. And then Mr. Nollie and I kept talking, and then I informed Ms. Nelson and Ms. Davis, I thought we could probably do this today. But then he got the recommendation from Ms. Davis and Ms. Simpson, and Mr. Nollie at this time wants to reset it for the evidentiary.
Okay, that makes sense. So Mr. Nollie, your probation warrant says you got arrested in May of this year for some drug-related offenses. That type of arrest, given what you're on probation for, would prompt the prosecutor to say, well, we want to revoke a healthy amount of time, and you've got a lot of time left. You got 9.5 years. So I fully understand what you want to do, which is when we bring you back here in a few weeks, make the state put up. They'll need to call a witness or witnesses who would try to prove up what you got arrested for. It's like a trial, but with no jury. Your lawyer will be there. She can ask questions of the witness or witnesses. And after I've heard all the evidence, I'll let you know what we're going to do. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Judge.
You bet. Ms. Rios, what's happening with Mr. Lewis? Does he qualify?
Well, he's in jail and not working, so I'm assuming he does. He wanted
Okay.
to handle it today, but I said I don't have anything yet, so maybe can we bring it back tomorrow?
We can talk with Ms. Nelson about that.
I'll email her.
I don't have an issue with that, assuming we had to borrow, tomorrow's not, I think, one of our jail days.
Oh,
But we are doing a little bit, I think, including Mr. Davis, what? Ms. Nelson, could we bring one more? Oh man, we have a meeting tomorrow. Am I in trouble?
No, Judge. It's a quick meeting.
All right, it's not bad?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, we would like Mr. Gay out now. Is there a way we could get Mr. Lewis back here tomorrow?
Yes, I will request him.
Thank you. Are you gonna be here anyway, Ms. Rios? I guess you would be. Okay, so you'd like him here in the afternoon?
yes.
Okay, all right.
Probation, the revocation.
Oh, okay.
That's all he has, I think.
We can't do that today.
Apparently not.
Also, I have people in the morning too, so it really doesn't matter. You guys also got a clean arraignment calendar.
Yeah, are you here in the morning?
Yeah, I'll be
So
here.
anytime we can get Mr. Lewis here. All right, great. That makes it easier for Ms. Nelson. Except we have a meeting tomorrow. All right, Mr. Gay, how you doing?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. I told you we'd bring you over here. All right, we got to get going. What I have, if I can find the paperwork, is the revocation case number, but we're also pleading to a case?
2 cases.
2 cases. Can I have, we got to, since this is going to be on the record, we got to let Ms. Burnett know what those cases are.
It's 24 SC 004574 and 25 SC 002332.
All right, and handling a revocation in 15 SC 138324. And how much time is left for Mr. Gay?
She has already probation.
Okay, we'll get to that then. We'll get, got it. If,
So this one has 10 years and a month, 2 days.
okay, I'm just making a note that there's a revocation in the mix and we'll make sure we handle each of the 3. All right, Mr. Gay, in just a moment, Ms. Davis is going to put you under oath and ask you questions in connection with your 2 pleas you're entering. Make sure you answer her questions truthfully and completely. And also, please let me or Ms. Wood know if you have any questions, all right?
Mr. Gay, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you will give in this matter before the court shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Please state your true, correct, and legal name.
Martavius Gay,
Can you spell your first name for the record?
Martavius.
Are you at this time under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or medication?
No, ma'am.
Is there any medication that you normally take that you have not been given today?
No, ma'am.
How old are you and how far have you gone in school?
12 and 31.
And what high school did you attend?
Thorough High.
Are you able to read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes.
Did you finish high school or you got to senior year but didn't
I
finish?
finished.
You graduated?
Do you understand that you are charged with the following offenses? An indictment 24 SC 004574, you are charged with aggravated assault. And an indictment 25 SC 002332, conspiracy to commit an unauthorized possession of a prohibited item by an inmate.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that you have the right to either plead guilty or not guilty to these charges? And if you plead not guilty or remain silent, you can have a jury trial.
Yes.
Attorney Wood, do you waive do you waive the formal reading of the indictment for the purposes of this plea?
We do.
Mr. Gay, have you had enough time to speak with your lawyer, Attorney Wood, about all the facts and circumstances known to you regarding the charges in this indictment or both indictments and any potential defenses?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you need more time to discuss this case with your attorney?
No.
Are you satisfied with her services?
Yes.
Attorney Wood, are you satisfied your client has a full understanding of this proceeding?
I am.
Mr. Gay, do you remember having been arrested on the charges for the aggravated assault and the second case, the conspiracy?
Yes.
Do you understand that you are entering a guilty plea to these offenses? Has your attorney advised you the minimum and maximum sentence for each charge to which you are pleading to?
Yes.
For the aggravated assault is 1 to 20-year sentence. For the conspiracy offense, I believe it is 1 to 1.5 times what the original or what the real offense would be if it was done to completion, which would be, I believe it was a max of 5 years for this offense. Let me just triple check.
Um, 2909 Campbellton Road.
That's what I have in my notes, but
Okay,
I
so then it
I
would be,
researched it.
so it'd be 2.5 years would be the
Yes, that's
max.
my understanding.
Okay.
Maybe you guys can bear with me. I'm reading a new plea colloquy.
Oh.
So I'm deviating a little bit.
Hmm.
Okay. Mr. Gay, do you understand that this is a negotiated plea of guilty, which means that the state will make a recommendation to the court?
Yes.
Are you aware the state does not have to, the court does not have to accept the recommended sentence and
Yes.
can sentence you to the maximum on each charge and run those sentences consecutively or one after the other?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you are placed on probation of any kind, you cannot violate any criminal laws of any governmental unit or any special conditions of probation without being subject to revocation for the balance of that sentence?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand that this is a guilty plea which is permanently recorded on your criminal history?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you were charged with a crime in the future, this plea may be used to enhance sentencing, including on a federal case?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you are currently on probation or parole, your probation or parole may be revoked based on your entering a guilty plea today?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you're not a United States citizen, a guilty plea conviction will affect your immigration status and will result in deportation, just like a conviction at a trial would? And that is true regardless of any advice by your attorney or anyone else.
Yes.
Do you understand that there may be other adverse or unfavorable consequences as a result of this guilty plea conviction, just as there would be from a conviction following a trial?
Yes.
For example, your guilty plea may affect the right to vote, to hold public office, to serve on a jury, to obtain a passport, to receive, possess, or transport a firearm, or the ability to obtain employment.
Yes.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty to a felony, you cannot use, receive, possess, transport, or own a firearm, and that if you did, you could be charged with another felony?
Yes.
Do you understand that you waive any and all defenses, including any mental health defenses, by entering a plea of guilty?
Yes.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up the following rights? And I'm going to say a lot of them. There are about 9 afterwards. I'm going to ask you, do you understand? Okay. You're giving up the right to a trial by jury, the right to remain silent and not incriminate yourself, the right to see and hear the witnesses against you and to question them, the right to the assistance of counsel hired by you or to court-appointed counsel if you cannot afford an attorney, the right to the presumption of innocence, which means the state must prove your guilt on each charge beyond a reasonable doubt, the right to testify on your own behalf and remain silent, and the jury would be told they cannot use that choice against you, the right to present other evidence on your own behalf and call your own witnesses if you choose to, and the right to appeal if convicted of these charges after a trial.
Yes.
Counsel, are you satisfied your client understands these rights and they'll be waiving by pleading to these charges? Attorney Wood, do you understand? Are you satisfied that your client understands these rights that they'll be waiving by pleading to these charges?
Yes.
Mr. Gay, has anyone forced you, threatened you, or promised you anything to get you to enter this guilty plea?
No, ma'am.
Is it your decision to waive these rights and enter a guilty plea because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
How do you plead to The charges in indictment 24 SC 004574, aggravated assault.
Guilty.
How do you plead to indictment 25 SC 002332, conspiracy to commit unauthorized possession of a prohibited item by an inmate?
Guilty.
Is this guilty plea freely and voluntarily given with the full knowledge of the charges against you?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have 30 days in which to appeal your conviction based on your plea today?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have until the end of this term of court or 30 days, whichever is later, to move to withdraw your plea?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have only 4 years from today for the felony charges to file a habeas corpus petition challenging the voluntariness of this guilty plea?
Yes.
Your Honor, we believe that the evidence would show in 24 SC 004574 for the aggravated assault that on March 1st, 2024 at 9:01, I'm sorry. That we believe the evidence would show that on May 25th, 2022 at 3804 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, apartment 3F in Atlanta, Georgia in Fulton County, that officers with the Atlanta Police Department responded to that location in reference to an individual who had made an assault to the victim in this case, Miss Jessica Lamar. Officers were able to speak with the victim on site. They did canvass the area for the suspect at that time. She was able to provide information on the defendant, Mr. Martavis Gay, who basically was living at that location temporarily with the victim and got into a verbal altercation. There was a brick that was thrown at the victim. Also, there was some physical damage, I believe, to the property at that time. I have had the opportunity to speak with Miss Lamar over the phone. She does not want any contact with the defendant. They were friends. She allowed him to live with him for a period of time. It turned to be tumultuous, and so she didn't want that around her children. And then when she tried to get him to leave the situation, that's when this incident occurred and escalated. And so the aggravated assault is him throwing an item at her, but it's my understanding the brick did make contact with her foot and she did lose a toenail from this incident. With regard to case 25 SC 002332, on March the 1st, 2024 at 901 Rice Street in Atlanta, Georgia in Fulton County, officers with the Fulton County Sheriff's Office basically intercepted a package that was shipped to Mr. Gay, that was shipped to him by his co-defendant, Miss Mario George. Basically, there were 2 books contained in the package, Midnight and the Meaning of Love, and another book called Midnight by Sister Soldier. But basically inside the books were strips of drug-laced paper. So very innovative. They appeared to be pages. However, they were contraband. Also, officers with the Fulton County Sheriff's Office were able to intercept some of the phone conversations that they were having and put context to the package. And I believe it was because Ms. George initiated a contact with the Sheriff's Office to see why Mr. Gay had not received the package. And then they were able to tie Ms. George into the situation. With that being said,
What kind of drugs were, I don't know. I looked at the indictment and it's some chemical name I don't recognize. Oops, wrong indictment. It says indazole amide.
that's what I have on the GBI results as well.
Okay.
With the measurement of 6.657 grams.
All right.
We are recommending that in these 2 cases, I'll start with the aggravated assault. It just makes it a little bit more simple. We're recommending a sentence of 7 years to serve 6 months, balance on probation for him to complete an anger management course, 40 hours community service. to have no contact with the victim, Miss Jessica Lamar, and to stay away from the incident location.
Dates.
All
With
right.
regard to the drug offense, we're just asking for a straight jail sentence of 6 months to serve,
Okay.
because obviously he did not receive the drugs, but obviously he was seeking them. And then our recommendation.
I don't think, I mean, what I'll do, I think it has to be a year because it's a felony. So it would be 1 year to serve 6 months, balance suspended.
Correct. Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
And with regard to his probation revocation, we are recommending for you just to revoke the 6 months for him to serve.
Okay. Got it.
Judge.
Could I have the 3 probation case numbers, Ms. Simpson?
It's 15 FB 138324. And that balance is 10 years and 1 month, 2 days. The second is 15 SC 136103. That balance is 9 years, 11 months. And the third one is 15 SC 135671. And that has the same balance as the 15 ending 32.
Okay. Yep. All right. Thank you. It's odd that they're close, but not exactly the same. Ms. Jackson, it's now afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Can you share criminal history information on Mr. Gay, please?
Yes, sir. There are 35 cycles. The last arrest was May the 11th, 2025 out of New York for assault, a misdemeanor. There was no disposition for it. He does appear to be on probation. That case number is 15 SC 138324 for theft by receiving stolen property and burglary in the first degree. That disposition date was January the 12th, 2016, and the term is for 15 years. He does have prior felony convictions. One in 2024 for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. One in 2017 out of Richmond County for obtain, procure, prohibited items by an inmate. And there are misdemeanor convictions. One in 2024 for battery, and one in 2015 for obstruction of an officer. Nothing in addition, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Wood?
Thank you, Judge. As you heard, Mr. Gay is 31 years old. He's a high school graduate. He was born here. He has a lot of family here, although I did receive some information. They are hoping that he can at some point get his probation transferred out of Atlanta because, as you know, he has lots of trouble staying out of trouble here, Judge.
Sure. They are not in Atlanta, or where's family?
He has family here. I received a call from a family member saying they want to get him to South Carolina. He was actually in New York trying to resettle. When he got arrested in May. But so he does have family here, but he's also trying to move forward once he's able to do that with probation.
Okay.
He does have 2 children, 2 daughters. They are here in Atlanta. And prior to all of these arrests, he was working in landscaping. Judge, he's actually done, and for the sake of the time, I sent Ms. Nelson the credit dates for the 24 SC 004574. I went through and totaled up. He's already done 307 days on that case. And then on the 25 SC 002332, he's done 194 days on that. And then, of course, for the probation violation, he's been in for 93 days. So we just ask that you accept the state's recommendation.
Okay. Mr. Gay, anything you want to add?
No, I'm happy with the plea. I'm happy with the process. I'm good.
Okay. I don't know if happy is the word I'd use, but you're sort of moving forward.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Gay, I find there's a factual basis for your 2 pleas. You and Ms. Lamar got into it way back in May of 22. And then in March of 24, how did you know Mario George?
My old friend.
Okay. Very creative way to get some contraband into the jail. Did you actually read? I guess the books got seized, so you never had a chance to read them. but I do find there's a factual basis and that your pleas are knowing and voluntary, meaning you've understood what we talked about and no one's forcing you to enter the plea. I'm sentencing you pursuant to the Probation Options Management Act in the case ending in 574. There's a recidivist notice filed. Are you withdrawing that
Yes,
for
Judge.
purposes
Thank
of the plea? All right, and I would say, are you waiving notice as to the revocations? But we're actually here on the revocations, so I can handle those. Ms. Wood, can someone in my office sign the 2 indictments on your behalf?
Yes, Judge.
And Ms. Davis?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Gay, is it okay if we electronically sign your name on the indictments indicating your guilty pleas?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. What I'm going to do on the case ending in 574, so 24 SC 004 574, is sentence you to 7 years to serve 1 year with a balance on probation. You'll get credit for the time you've been in. You'll be on probation for 6 years. Special condition of probation number 1 is that you have no contact with Ms. Lamar. Number 2, you'll complete an anger management course. Number 3, you will complete 40 hours of community service, and those have to be completed in the first year of your probation. Your sentence as to 25 SC 002 332 is going to be 1 year to serve 9 months with the balance suspended. I also will revoke your probation in 15 SC 138324, 15 SC 136103, and 15 SC 135671 for 6 months. And I will terminate your probation in all those cases. So going forward, you will be on probation only for what I'm calling the aggravated assault with Ms. Lamar. In Fulton, at least. You may have business elsewhere. You got these other cases, but we'll close out those old 15 SC cases. Going forward, you've got the 6 years probation after you're done serving all your time on just that one case, just to kind of streamline things. And the basis for the revocation in those 3 cases are these 2 new convictions for the assault case and the drugs in Sister Soldia's books. Anything more you need to hear, Ms. Simpson, from the revocation side?
His court instruction would just be within 48 hours.
Okay, when you are released, you've got 48 hours to report to probation here in Fulton County. It may be that you end up living somewhere else, but you start out by reporting to probation here in Fulton County. Okay, do you know where that office is?
Yeah, by Garnett train station.
Yep, exactly. So be there. Ms. Wood, anything else?
No, Judge, thank you.
Ms. Davis, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, that's it. Thank you, folks. Ms. Burnett, we are done for this morning. We're back at 2 o'clock. It's a different Zoom feed.
Person ahead of you.
I can ask you something, huh?
Yeah, hold on.
Thanks, Ms. Jackson.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge. Are you gonna need pretrial at 2 o'clock?
No, ma'am. Motion for new trial hearing. So we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for asking.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.